Uh, Even if you cannot stay, I think you are the one for me. Here is where you ought to be. I just want to satisfy you because if you're not mine, I can't deny you. Don't you hear me talking, baby? Love me now or I'll go crazy. Whoa, whoa, sweet thing. Come on, y'all, let's get busy this morning. It's Purple Sunday. Everybody in this building doing their thing. I hope you guys can hear me loud and clear. I done did a whole chorus right there. What's up? Come on in the building. Come on in the building. Don't worry about who's here, who's not doing what they're not supposed to be doing. Let's do what we supposed to be doing. Long as you guys can hear me loud and clear, I'm happy. That's all I care about. Y'all ready? Let's get into it right now. Where everybody at? Let me know if you guys can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let me know. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me know. I need to know. I need to know if you guys can hear me. I'm sorry, I got to get that. You know, I got to get this thing straight up in there. How everybody doing this morning? It's your boy Boogotti NYC, and I hope you guys are feeling fantastic. I actually can hear myself well too. Heard it coming off the speaker over there, but I just want to make sure that we're loud enough before we get everything started. And I'm hoping everybody's feeling good this morning because guess what? 1.8 billion defunded January 6th anti-weaponization fund. We're going to get into that a lot more. Breaking trending topics, current events, and the health and wellness section. I hope you guys are ready to get it in. Where everybody at right now? South Carolina's chiming in, making sure everybody can hear me loud and clear. If you guys can't hear me, turn that volume up just to make sure, because we got to get those prayers in the air. And you guys know how we start off this show over here. It's our bottom line time, y'all. Come on now, let's do what we do. That's right, y'all. That's right, y'all. It's time. It's time for our bottom line. Let's get those prayers in the air for every single person that's here and whoever's not. We understand they're still wiping the sweat out of their eyes, and today is a light day for you, but not me, because it's our bottom line. Time for wrap-ups, and this is why we call it Purple Sunday. Let's get into Purple Sunday. That's right, you guys. And what we going to pray for this morning? We're going to pray for good health. We're going to pray for happiness. We're going to pray for energy. We're going to pray for understanding. And we're going to pray for commitment and dedication. And we're never going to give up. That's right, you guys. I promise myself no matter what, I'm going to wake up with you guys every single morning until I can't do it no more. You keep on wondering why I keep showing up. That's the reason why. And when I make a promise, I keep it. How about this? Let's get into some prayers. I want to pray for respect. I'd like to pray for commitment, and I cannot forget about love. Got to pray for love for every single person. Got to pray for Miss Swanza tapping it at #1. Thank you so much for always showing up. Mark Dorfman as well. We got Jack in the building as well. I see Rebecca Lonyen Bueno chiming in from Grand Rapids, Michigan. I also see my boy, Mr. Mark Dorfman in the building right now, showing you massive respect. 420 John Patrick. You know I see you too. Mother Funkin' Bone. Woo! Where have you been? Okay, CJ the cat coming in this early on a Sunday. Let's see what's going on. God bless both of you guys as well as my brother Tony Wright. Can't forget about who else we got in here. We got Robin in the building as well. Can't forget about 55 Coffee House Lisa Roy. And you know we can't forget about our mods. You know what I'm talking about. Lisa, I'm sorry. Oh boy, I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm sorry. Rebecca Lonyen Bueno, that's one of our mods. Can't forget about Liberty and Justice. I ain't forget you, baby. I ain't forget about you. Casey Ramos, Sam Champion, Mark Dorfman. Can't forget about all of our mods out there, you guys. Kendra Walker as well. Can't forget about Batty Lynn and all of you guys that always hold it down for me. Always hold me down. Luigi as well, all of you guys. And you ready for this? Can't forget about who else we got last. Robin, I seen you. I got you. And how about me? Boogotti NYC. It's time to get this show on the road, you guys. Amen. 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 Let's go, you guys. We're going to pray for a good show. We're going to keep on doing what we got to do. Sorry I didn't get you in there, Marcus Stanley, but I can give you your own. Pray for Marcus Stanley as well. Amen. I got you, Luigi. Let's go. We ready to get this thing going because you know what I'm about to say, right? Let me see what time it is. Ha. I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. I said it's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo, 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 yo. And we wind it up. Trying to make sure this mic ain't rubbing. Let me know if the mic is rubbing. Wind it up. Boo, 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 boo. Wind it up. Because it's 6 o'clock somewhere. It should be 6 o'clock here. Let's do it. Boo, 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 boo. Come on, let's start the show. They're ready to go. Come on. It's time to start the show. That had to be a minute. I did a whole bunch of stuff. Come on now. It's Purple Sunday. Thanks for the jewels. Olay. That's right, you guys. It's time to do it. It's time to open up those pores. It's time to open up those pores. It's time to open up those. Boo, 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 boo. I'm sorry, y'all. It's Sunday the 2nd, y'all. That's right, y'all. 2026. Said I'm your host, Boogotti NYC, and this here's our bottom line. Where we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and chat. Where we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and chat just got me lit. You know, I had to do all of that freestyle today, you guys. I forgot to write it down, that part right there. So sometimes I do need my little cues and my do's and my don'ts, but it happens. And you know what we do? We just keep on striving and we keep on pushing. I told you guys, it's just like when you're running for the train in the morning. Don't stop, just keep on pushing. If they're gonna laugh at you when the door's closed in your face, let it happen. But you might get lucky and you might get on. I'm that type of person. I'm not gonna stop until I try to give it my last and my all. You guys can see it. What we about over here? We about keeping things consistent and about staying on topic and doing what we got to do. That's right. And that's what we got to do what we got to do right now as well and keep this show going. Because you know what I got on it? I got 5 on it. I'm going to stack 5 videos at a time. Time. All I need you guys to do is stay on topic, stay on point, and let me know where you're chiming in from. I love to see those flags waving in the air because we go there. Bottom line. That's what I'm talking about. Let me see the flags. And also, don't worry about the trolls and things like that. As long as we're staying on topic and staying on point, we don't have to worry about any of that crap. That's all we got to do, and be ready for trending topics, current events, and the health and wellness section. You ready? You guys ready? Because it's time to do it. Let's get into these titles. Let's go. For Purple Sunday, you guys, good morning. What do we have here? Okay, U.S. and Iran, a 6-month battle. Do you guys think it's finally coming to an end? I had to change all of the headline stories this morning as soon as I woke up. Found out that there's some sort of peace agreement going on. We're going to look into that because before this, we also got to get into another situation where there's a $1.8 billion defunded for the January 6th anti-weaponization fund. Todd Blanche trying to get confirmed. They're saying, because he's going to give you that 1.8. He says, no, I'll put it on paper and get it in writing. They're saying, okay, just make sure if little situations like that. You guys get it, right? We're going to get into the stories. I'm not going to explain it all here because we have more to get into in these titles. Let's go. We've got chaos that's ensued at a Moroccan as Moroccans set cars ablaze at the border. One more time. Chaos ensues as Moroccan immigrants set cars ablaze at the border. As you guys saw what was going on over in Morocco as well in Spain, there's a lot of people going over borders and just crashing into the countries and basically creating chaos and mayhem like they're saying up there, you guys. It's time to get to the last one. What else do we have finally up here? We've got an Goldman Sachs employee. This is a good one. We've got the ex-Goldman Sachs employee who says Jeffrey Epstein made him film millions of dollars in cash. What's that about? You know, we've been following up on that story over here for almost over a year. So you know what we got to do, you guys. It's time to get into it. It's Purple Sunday. So what am I going to tell you? Grab your water, grab your tea, and your 55 coffee house from my friend, Miss Lisa Roy. And let's get into this show right now, you guys. Let's go. We got President Trump right now. not really losing his patience is what they're trying to say. But what I see here is a bit going back and explaining what's going on in the country right now. Where we're at Camp David, one of the first press meetings that they actually allowed at Camp David, where he explains his feelings on January 6th, people caused victims, and a couple of other things. Let's get into what the president has to say. Good morning, everybody. It's Purple Sunday. Let's go. Let me get that audio popping. There we go.
Speak to you about their proposal to sell a stake in the
Mr. President, you said this morning on Truth Social that victims of government abuse should be paid back.
Yeah.
Even if it's not the anti-weaponization fund, would you still want the acting attorney general?
Well, I'm talking about.
He's saying the victims, which is what they're calling them, not me, the victims of January 6th, even if you can't get the monetary through the anti-weaponization fund, are you thinking that they should get this monetary some other way? That's what the question was, if you guys didn't hear it.
The weaponization against large numbers of people in our country by the Biden administration and by Obama, but by the Biden administration in particular in this case. But large numbers of people, their lives have been ruined, they've been destroyed, their families have been, decimated, they've gone to prison for no reason whatsoever. There's never been a group of people, most likely, I can think of a couple that were treated pretty badly, groups, but there's essentially never been a group of people treated so badly as these people. And this fund was not for me, this fund was for those people that have been weaponized, that have been abused. Now, I was abused. They attacked my house, Mar-a-Lago, where I live. And I was, big damages should have been given to me. I don't want anything. I'm not talking about myself. I think that there's a group of people in this country, history will show, that were treated like nobody else has ever been treated. So badly, so horribly. Their families have been ruined. Many, many suicides. They've committed suicide. People that were very successful that wanted to go to a rally or an event and ended up spending the rest of their lives in horror. No, so you can say what you want about the fund, and they've agreed to not have a fund. But there are a lot of people that are very upset about it. A lot of Republican people, a lot of Democrat people are very upset about it.
Let's see what you guys have to say about it in the comments, because I know you guys definitely going to chime in on that topic, because I know we have a well-rounded audience here that's going to keep us on point. I want to know what you guys actually have to say about that. I'll be reading the comments, but I got to get on over to other parts of Washington and other things that the president's saying as he decided to hold off. That's right. Another one, guys, another pause. Let me just say, see if this is a pause. We're not going to jump to any conclusions with Iran. They're supposed to be saying that now Iran has contacted them and said that they will open the Strait of Hormuz, and they're conceding. Let's see what's going on with this situation, you guys. Let's go.
We're getting breaking news from President Trump on the Iran war. Let's get straight to it. I'll read it verbatim. The USA is locked and loaded and ready to go against the Islamic Republic of Iran at levels of military terror, strength, and power not seen since World War II. Despite this, we have just been asked by Iran and other Middle Eastern countries to hold off any attack in that perimeters of AD.
Until they start doing something again. I hear what they're saying. I'm running through the news, but you know how this goes, you guys. Not even, who said 2 weeks? Who's that, CRK? Maybe like 2 days. We're gonna see what happens. Remember, they was like, we need a weekend of peace to come to mourn. Next thing you know, boom, 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 in the club like, yeah, let's go, y'all, let's keep going.
Deal has been agreed to. This would include the immediate, complete, and total opening of the Hormuz Strait and an end to Iran's nuclear threat. Based on this request, I have agreed, for the future benefit of the world and likewise the survival of a successful and prosperous Iran, to cancel the attack, subject to being able to rapidly make a deal. The country of Israel joins me in this commitment. Get to work, everybody, and get it done. Thank you for your attention to this matter. President Trump says on social media, So he starts by saying that
I think we should start off by saying this, that if we can get 300 likes early this morning, you guys are going to be walking up out of here or riding up out of here or going to the mailbox just like somebody yesterday because they said something and we made sure that they got their merch. That's right, you guys. We got 6 keychains coming out this morning and we got 6 of these Our Bottom Line decals. All we got to do is get those likes up to 300. That's what we're trying to achieve today. So I'm trying to start early to let you guys know what the goal is. Only a little 300 likes, and that's achieved by double tapping the screen and getting those likes up. Yeah, let's go a little bit further and see what's going on if they're actually trying to really meet an agreement right now. Let's see what's going on the land and what they're reporting. You know what I'm saying, you guys? Real quick, let's just run through it. Let's go.
All right, moving now to the war with Iran. Within the past hour, President Trump saying in a social media post that Mideast allies have reached a deal to end the war. He also says he'll hold off on ordering new strikes for now. A source telling ABC News the proposed strikes were being discussed with Israeli officials, but it's not clear if Israel would be involved in that operation. Here's ABC's Matt Rivers with the latest updates.
According to 2 U.S. officials familiar with the matter, President Trump is weighing a round of intense strikes on energy targets in Iran. U.S. Central Command says planning for the potential attacks is well underway, but those plans could still change. Iran has already threatened to retaliate against strikes on its energy sites by hitting Israeli targets and U.S. energy infrastructure in the Middle East, according to Iranian state media. A spokesman for Kuwait's Ministry of Defense says its air defenses intercepted Iranian drones inside Kuwaiti airspace earlier today. Meanwhile, the U.S. has been pressing for the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz. A British maritime safety agency is reporting 2 incidents took place Saturday in the critical waterway. President Trump has said that while he's not ruling out a deal to end the war, he says talks have not gone well.
I'm losing faith in them because they do lie and they do misrepresent.
Amid escalating tensions, at least 10 American embassies across the Middle East issuing alerts, saying Americans in the region should exercise extreme caution and should consider departing. Here at home, investigators are looking at whether Iran or any of its proxies are responsible for cyber attacks on water systems across Minnesota.
Iran does have the capability to go in and wreak havoc, to go in and change the settings on the water. Every industry, every business relies on water. And so if you just impact that one little thing, it will cause a ripple effect.
And what they're trying to do is they're hiring like proxies. They're trying to hire like these other hackers. Yeah, they're trying to hire these guys that are good at that and tell them what they want them to do, paying them to do that. So we don't know if it's over yet, you guys. Let's keep on going. Let's get into some fraud. Let's see what's happening. No, matter of fact, you know what? Instead of fraud, no, I'm not going to do that one right now. Let's skip you to, no, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, okay, so we got to do this. It has no, I got to do it, you guys. Yeah, got to do this one right now. This is this $1 billion fund idea that's now supposedly dead in the water that we've been talking about, right?
In Washington over President Trump's pick for Attorney General. Today, the president only fueling concerns from some Republican senators with his latest comments about the $1.8 billion weaponization fund. And news tonight on the raging conflicts in the Middle East, including a potential breakthrough with Hamas. Here's ABC's chief White House correspondent, Mary Bruce.
Today at Camp David, with his embattled pick for Attorney General Todd Blanche sitting across from him, the president digging in, demanding the Senate confirm him immediately.
Todd Blanche is a very, very good man, and he shouldn't be in the middle of this.
The president asked.
People don't really like Blanche because of the Epstein situation and the way they think that he handled that. I'm sure that's what you guys are thinking as well. A lot of people agree.
Escalating his fight with 2 Republican senators, John Cornyn and Tom Tillis, who are refusing to back Blanche, Trump's former personal attorney, over concerns that the administration will revive plans for a $1.8 billion fund and give. So
they're scared that if he gets in, he's going to revive that $1.8 billion fund that he's basically like, oh, I'm not going to do anything. So now the Senate is asking for it on paper. They want it on paper. If we put him in here, we want to make sure and be rest assured that he's not going to sign that money over to you.
Taxpayer dollars to Trump's political allies who claim they were wronged by the Biden administration, including January 6th rioters. Blanche has told Congress the fund is dead. Today, I pressed the president.
Just to be clear, do you agree with the acting attorney general that the anti-weaponization fund is dead? And why not just put that in writing?
It is dead, but, you know, I wish it weren't, to be honest with you. I think people were horribly treated, horribly abused. This has nothing to do with Todd. This was me.
So you heard what they said about paperwork, right? He has to sign something in order for him to, in order for that to actually, you know, in order for them to put Todd Blanche in and leave him permanent, right? Trump is also doubling down on the back of that. Okay, on top of that, if he signs this and you guys don't do it, then I'm gonna go back for the $1.8 billion. Now it's a whole nother 360. Check this out. This is breaking news. I promise you it just came, and I'm doing a crazy synchronization right now to try to make sure that we're on point right now. That's why I can't be stressed about other things. I'm concentrated right now on making sure that this flows correctly. So let's keep on doing what we got to do, because now this is the answer to the other answer. Let's go.
Tonight, the battle between President Trump and two Senate Republicans over his pick to be the nation's top law enforcement official is entering its next phase. Trump continuing to double down on his demand that his $1.8 billion taxpayer-backed anti-weaponization fund is necessary and that Congress pass a bill to make it official. But in order to get Todd Blanche confirmed as Attorney General, Trump has to drop it because moments after his threats on Truth Social, Senator Thom Tillis, one of those key votes, responded, calling out Trump's reversal on the issue and his insistence on a, quote, payout pot for punks, saying Blanche won't be confirmed even though he's qualified.
That objection is so ordered.
Tuesday is when it's take two for Blanche.
Now that sucks. Somebody's saying you won't be confirmed even though you qualified. That's like if you go to the job and you try to get it. They're like, yeah, you qualified, but can't give you the job. Doesn't that suck?
The Senate Judiciary Committee rescheduling his confirmation vote for that day. The acting attorney general assuring both Cornyn and Tillis the fund is dead, but they want to see it in writing.
It is dead, but, you know, I wish it weren't.
Trump also suggesting the two Republicans are standing in the way because he didn't endorse them, and both lost their primaries because of it.
I think that's a convenient but erroneous excuse.
It's the president's latest duel with members of his party on Capitol Hill. Trump also furious with Senate Majority Leader John Thune for not passing his Save America Act. Despite the Republican leader's insistence, there aren't enough votes to make it happen.
And Julie Sirkin joins us now from Bridgewater, New Jersey.
No, we got enough right now because we got to get into some fraud. How about what about $250 million worth of fraud? No, I'm sorry. I made a mistake, y'all. Let me add a nice little 100 million on top of that. $350 million, you guys. Y'all ready to get inside this fraud? $300 million about waste and fraud, schemes and crackdowns. Oh my God, this is gonna be crazy right here. I think, I'm gonna let you guys dissect all this. Let's go.
July, our southeastern U.S. attorney's offices have charged 12 additional defendants with defrauding taxpayer-funded programs. 4 defendants were charged for concocting a scheme to convince food stamp recipients to sell their federal benefits at a discounted rate in exchange for cash.
Yo, son, I give you 5 for 5. You know what I'm saying? For every 10, 5 for 10. Every $10, I give you $5 for it. That's the way they operate on these streets out here. Yeah, man, they turn it into that green, and that's what he's talking about. And somebody got busted. Sound like a whole lot of people got busted and disgusted. $350 million worth of people. Do you think they actually needed it if they were doing things like that in the first place? That's like one of these immigrants. I hate to say it. Let's say an illegal actually got one of those food stamp cards, right? And they put about 14 grand on there anyway, right? So they go to the store and be like, yo, Poppy, you know what I'm saying? Give me like 2,000 and then give me like 2,000 and take 4. You know, I'ma still have 8. You feel me? That's probably what they was doing. Maybe allegedly. I don't know. Let's keep on going. You know what I'm saying?
The scheme caused nearly $20 million in fraudulent EBT transactions. 2 of the co-conspirators are foreign nationals, and 1 even has a pending final order of removal from the United States.
It is just unbelievable. Sickening, a massive new fraud scandal exposed. Nobody else is talking about this.
Jack, you're right.
The Department of Justice announcing today they have uncovered $350 million in fraud related to, as you just heard, food stamps, small business loans, housing benefits, and tax fraud, the fraudsters spent that stolen money on Ferraris, luxury homes, jewelry, bling, vacations. It's also important to note that none of this would have been exposed if Donald Trump had not won the election.
I never thought bling would make it to the news. The word bling.
Colin McDonald is the DOJ Assistant Attorney General in the front.
Nah, we can't stay there with you. We want to break that down another way, another day. But I want my people to see what's going on out here in the world. Let's keep on moving forward because we got a situation over here where Dr. Fauci, yeah, you know how we do it over here. We got to spread it out, you guys. I know you guys want to stay there, but no, we got to go. We got a situation where Senator Rick Scott says Dr. Fauci is facing a vote because right now when he said, I plead the fifth, 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth. You know, I was the first one that was saying it, right? Come on now, you know we were saying it first over here. Now they got all the memes and everything because you know what I'm saying? Your boy is kind of like, you know, viral over here, even though these people don't want to admit it. You know what I'm saying? Bling, bling. Every time I come around the city, bling, bling. Pinky ring worth about 2,000. Let's keep on going right now. Dr. Fauci, Senator Rick Scott. Let's see what's going on with Rick Scott right now, talking about the situation over here of contempt of court. Let's keep on going, you guys.
Dr. Fauci, do you regret the way you handled the hearing, pleading the fifth so much?
Hold on a minute. Boss, how your boy took both steps at 80. You saw that, right? Come on now. He trying to get up out of there. I don't see those security people he normally have with him today, huh? Check this out. Your boy's about to take all those steps like, he gonna take all 3 of them steps. He gonna feel that in his hip later.
Do you regret the way you handled the hearing, pleading the fifth so much? Is there anything you would do differently on COVID, sir?
Okay, that is Dr. Fauci not only pleading the fifth
He should have turned around and said, I plead the fifth.
on Capitol Hill, but also at home to the media. He is facing a vote in the Senate to be held in contempt of Congress as early as next week. For more, let's bring in Florida Senator Rick Scott. He is joining me live right now.
Y'all are crazy. You up in here technical as HELL hockey sticks. Check this out real quick. Hold on a minute. Fauci pleaded the fifth over 100 times. And then you got Jack Welch that's like 111. Y'all up in here counting how many times he pled the fifth?
Hi, Senator.
How you doing? Yeah, I mean, it was so disappointing at the hearing this week where Fauci, who got this autopin pardon, so all he had to do was tell the truth and he couldn't get in any trouble. He didn't answer any questions. I mean, people need information. Why did he cover up that it was the Wuhan lab? Why did he cover up the gain of function? Why did he tell people you couldn't go to football games and take vaccines that we didn't have enough information about? Couldn't see their loved ones when they died. There are so many questions that people had and they wouldn't answer. Why was his diary? Why was he saying things in his diary completely different than what he was telling the public? So he's not a hero. He's clearly a villain.
Well, you're right. A lot of Americans want accountability. And you had a powerful moment in this hearing this week where you were talking about how COVID affected your family. And as Dr. Fauci was pleading the fifth, I was watching social media and so many Americans were sharing pictures of their grandparents that were behind a glass wall. They couldn't say goodbye to them. They had to say goodbye to them on their deathbed over the iPad. So many Americans whose kids lost so much time in school.
Kay Slay, Fred the Godson. So many people, man. Like how many people can we just remember off the top of our head? Kay Slay passed because of that. DJ Kay Slay, Fred the Godson, the rapper. I'm sure that you guys know a ton of people, probably sadly, and I hope not, family members or friends.
Loss of learning was a big deal, Senator. So let me ask you this. You're going to take this vote on contempt, but there are legal experts out there that are saying that this is not going to lead to any criminal charges. So speak to those Americans out there that want accountability. What is the point of holding this man in contempt if it doesn't lead to anything?
Well, I believe it's going to lead to something. I believe we're going to vote to hold him in contempt, and I believe justice is going to hold him accountable. I think the Department of Justice will hold him accountable. This guy, it's despicable what he did. So I actually believe he's going to be held accountable. Okay. That's what the American public wants. This is not a Republican-Democrat issue. They want accountability.
Okay, I want to switch gears to the Save the Act now.
Nah, we're going to keep on, and I love what y'all going nuts in them comments right now. First person, and Audrey remembers yesterday. She said, I think we should send them to Jamaica, if you remember yesterday, right? I think people are going to have a different respect for Jamaica right now. I think they will. What else we got over here? Tony said Tony needed a big drip. Luckily, I don't know a single person that lost it. Yeah, I got you. I feel what you're saying. Let's get on over to Spain. We're going to go through all of our top stories right now because what is it? It's Purple Sunday. Let's do what we got to do, you guys. And we just got to, let's just do it right now one time. I never had a chance to do this, you guys. I'd like to pray for everyone who lost their lives during that tragic time that they were going through that situation with the vid, with the jab. I just want to make sure that we all understand and that we respect, and we have to show remorse and love for everyone that we lost during that time. I like to share the strong light of friendships, family, the good times that we did share with these people, the understanding about, that they were trying to just, go through their lives, living their lives a certain way. And this thing just came in and just took them in a tragedy. No matter how it came, no matter what's the reasoning, I just like to pray for each and every person here, every person that was affected by it, everyone mentally was feeling affected by it, third, second, or second party. I want to make sure that you guys are comforted, and we still hopefully are going through a healing at the end of our healing, but an understanding that the people that we lost are still remembered, and we still love them in the memory of everyone we actually lost. Amen. It's the best way that I can do it right now, you guys. That's how I want to do it. I want to say it for the people. This way we cover all aspects. Father God, thank you. Let's keep on going, you guys. Chaos. Let's get on over to Spain real quick, because chaos ensues as these Moroccan migrants set cars on fire and everything. And then all of a sudden you see the army coming, and then they want to get up out of there, act like they're not the ones that set the fires ablaze and all of that. First you come to people country, then you start doing crazy stuff like this. This is the madness that I'm talking about. They're having problems over there, y'all. Now, this is the chaos that ensues at the Moroccan border as the migrants set cars ablaze in Spain. Glad you good, Jonathan. God bless you. For real talk. God bless you, Jonathan. So this is what they're doing over there, y'all. See this? So you got to think about it. They don't have no homes or nowhere to stay. When they came over the border, what else you expected them to do? All sorts of things just to survive, right? They don't have a strong enough police force to fight that many people back, you guys. Even if that amount went back, it still wasn't enough. Look at this. You see the occupancy of just the streets by the border? Now don't get me wrong, it's one thing to go over there because you're trying to get your life together and you want to get yourself right, and you just go over there and do what you got to do, maybe some overcrowding. You feel what I'm saying? But stuff like this is a total different, it's not needed, not necessary. We everywhere. We everywhere now, BK kid. We everywhere, BK. You see this? Look at the streets. He over there yelling about his car probably got set on fizz. So yeah, you guys, that's the problem. You get over there, it's totally different. When you get over there, you try to look for work, you do whatever. I could look at that as totally different because they're trying to get out of the bad place. He's not doing nothing bad. I kind of have a heart for that. Yo tiene corazón para esto. Tú sabes. I understand. But when you're doing stuff like that, there's no excuse. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. I think we're going to get on over to some true story situations over here now. Let's get to the true meat and bones of what's going on with this reflective pool and finally get it off our plates. First, they said that they had a timeline to get it done. Then they were pushing for the 250th birthday. Then we had the blue-green algae outburst or whatever going on inside of it, right? Then we had the time where some Olympian supposedly damaged it with a Bill's Knox cutter. Come to find out, that's not the story at all. Let's see what's going on here, you guys. We're going to go through the whole thing and just break it all the way down. And the president, to be honest with you, not so happy with Jeanine Pirro right now. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go.
U.S. President Trump is doubling down on his reflecting pool vandalism. The president saying he disagrees 100% with U.S. Attorney Jeanine Pirro's decision to drop vandalism charges against a former Olympian. Pirro is now blaming the damage on the contractor. ABC's Alex Brochet at the White House tonight.
Tonight, a stunning reversal by the Department of Justice. U.S. Attorney Jeanine Pirro dropping charges against a former Olympian for allegedly vandalizing the reflecting pool. This was Pirro a month ago, confident in her prosecution.
The evidence shows, and we will prove beyond a reasonable doubt, that Hearn willfully destroyed property at the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool.
In a Friday filing, the Department of Justice said additional documents provided by the Interior Department show a botched installation by the contractor caused the damage, not David Hearn, the former Olympic rower who was originally arrested and charged with vandalism. The DOJ cited the rush to complete the project prior to events associated with the America 250 celebration in the week surrounding Independence Day of 2026.
You need proper curing time. I do tiling, I do sheetrock, and I deal with stuff like plaster and things like that. And I could see why someone would probably think that it's fixed because it looks good, correct? But you still need the proper curing time. You need to let all that stuff dry properly, especially if you're talking about putting water in and leaving water in. You get what I'm saying over here, you guys? There's one thing about like taking a shower, because after that, at least you got a little time in between where the towels can dry a little bit. No. This here, you're talking about making a situation where it's going to be holding water. And at the same time, while they're trying to fix it, walking in it and everything, it's not a good thing. I've done tile work tons of times, you guys. It takes sometimes a week depending on what you're using. Whether you're using, what is it? I forgot the name of it because I haven't done it in a while, but I know what I'm talking about. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. And let's be fair about this is what I'm trying to say. I've done tile work before, so I don't see where you can make a whole pool in like a couple of days and then just splash water in it and not understand that the adhesives and the glue are not going to probably be not properly cured. And he probably didn't know that, in all fairness. Let's go.
Federal records show the company was paid more than $14.6 million through a no-bid contract. Pirro writing in a statement,
Man, I know some Mexicans that would have did that for $2,500, Mr.
Given all of this newly discovered information, it is difficult to attribute the widespread damage to the reflecting pool to vandalism, let alone establish that fact beyond a reasonable doubt. The president blasting Pirro's decision today, posting, "I don't know what she was thinking. To me, it was a pure case of vandalism."
So now let's look out for Pirro right now. You feel me? You feel me? She might have to duck the axe. You feel me? Let's see if Pirro is the next on the chopping block. He's been pretty lethal when it comes down to the females on his administration. I just got to be honest with you. We can go ahead and go through the history if you like. You already know what I'm talking about, right? Pam Bondi, a couple of them. You got to know, you know what I'm saying? Wonder Woman, remember her? You know what I'm saying? Christian Ohm, a couple of people out of there now. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go.
And tonight, a blame game within the administration. Pirro criticizing the Department of the Interior for not being forthcoming with information. And Secretary Doug Burgum firing back, saying his agency provided expert and eyewitness testimony. Burgum, like Trump, is steadfast, insisting there's clear evidence that vandals have repeatedly damaged the reflecting pool. And in a statement, David Hearn's attorneys say that the drop charge does not erase the government abuse of power in arresting and charging a patriotic American who they say did nothing wrong. They also say the administration owes Mr. Hearn an apology.
Lucky he ain't going after no dodo. Especially if they want to admit something like that, I'd be like, I'm suing. That's when I ain't gonna plead the fifth. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, and get you some merch out there this morning. We're trying to get you guys out 6 of these Our Bottom Line keychains, as well as 6 of these Our Bottom Line decals. Let's do it, you guys. Let's turn up. Come on, let's get on over here to, we're gonna go over to Washington again and stay over there. One of these guys that we actually really like and love, actually, somebody that we actually showed a lot of love to on the show because we think he got great content. No one else, none other than the guy who broke the Leering Centers. That's right, you guys, the Leering Centers. None other than Nick Shirley, as he gifts Ilhan Omar a nice accounting book for dummies and a Leering Center T-shirt. Let's see if she's in their office and going to be able to receive the gifts that he's got for her.
In D.C., Ilhan Omar's net worth went from a miraculous $6 to $30 million to just now $95,000. So today we're bringing her a gift. We have the Accounting for Dummies book right here. And also, it's summertime. It's getting hot outside. We're bringing her a Leering Center T-shirt. Here we go. We've made it to Ilhan Omar's office. Let's see if she answers. Hello, is Ilhan here?
The congresswoman's not here.
She's not here? She's never here. Well, it's summertime. I got her a new Leering Center hoodie, or a t-shirt, because it's hot outside. Okay. And then I also brought her an accounting book, because her net worth has had some weird fluctuations from $30 million now to $95,000. So if you could give these to her, I'd be greatly appreciative of that. And it is summertime, so she should be able to wear the new t-shirt. Thank you so much.
What a perfect gift for an incompetent congresswoman. That was independent journalist Nick Shirley gifting Congresswoman Ilhan Omar a Leering Center t-shirt.
Yes, I saw that.
And most importantly, an Accounting for Dummies book. And boy, does she need it. But of course, she was nowhere to be seen. If you can recall, Ilhan Omar amended her financial disclosure forms, showing a dramatic drop in her reported net worth. She and her husband previously reported assets valued between $6 million and $30 million, but the amended filings showed figures that were nearly 100% lower at $18,000 and $95,000. Totally not shady at all. Jesse, I gotta ask you, how do you all as Democrats deal with Ilhan Omar? The mistakes, I mean, you see these mistakes, you just kind of be like,
well, I don't deal with her. I'm not a Democrat and I hate her guts, to be perfectly honest with you. So, maybe you want to try that question on the other end of the...
He said, I'm a Democrat and I hate her guts. You might want to try that on the other side of the room. What up? Who that? Mike Well, what's good?
The table, but look, I have no idea. That's a lot more than 100% fluctuation in net worth, right? 30 million down
You don't need math for dummies.
95,000. Yeah, I don't even need the textbook to figure out that one.
To this point, I don't know how you survive living in Washington, D.C. with, $18,000 to $95,000. I mean,
how is it possible for nobody to do anything about this? I've still been asking this question for months. How is it possible?
I think we talk about what a salary would take to be able to live and pay rent here, mortgages, that sort of thing. I mean, it does seem, it's crazy.
Jason, I thought actually the staffer was very nice. She just took the book. She didn't want to cause a scene. She was really kind of...
Let's keep that fraud train going. Come on, you guys, let's get all aboard. Let's keep on going, because we got a little bit more to get out right here. This one is crazy. I want to give a big shout out to everybody that did not do anything to get themselves in trouble. Even though we watched a lot of people, what were they doing, you guys? What were they doing? They were riding around, they were taking trips, they were buying cars, expensive bikes, Raptors. Yeah, well, I hope it was fun while it lasted. Because you know what, now, if you have that sort of a timeline where you were showing off, hey, me and my family went over to this place. We went to Dubai. Look at me on the camel. Guess what they're doing now, you guys? They're using all of those images against you in a court of law. That's right. Wait a minute, how'd you go to take this trip? Did you get this PPE loan? Let's do the mathematics on a few people and break it down over here. Let's see what John Yoo has as he analyzes all of this rampant fraud going on. Man, can you imagine they pull up your picture while you're in federal court and you on the top of a camel just chilling? You were using that picture to shine on people and to show off. That other picture where you was in the dealership buying stuff and everything, and the next thing you know, watch your head, and you in the back of the car just like this. And you looking at that pizza shop over there, that Chinese restaurant. Damn, even that Chihuahua on the corner doing better than you right about now, huh? Yeah, let's get on into it, you guys. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's see what's going on with this one.
This department announcing charges in an unprecedented fraud crackdown. We're talking $350 million worth in 17 cases across 7 different states in the Southeast. Fraud czar Colin McDonald saying one of the alleged fraudsters even used our taxpayer dollars to buy herself a trip to Egypt.
Every time I see that picture, if I was her, I'd be like, damn. Like, you see what I'm saying? You're fronting and you're flexing. Now it's coming all back to you. You see that? That's when the little guy can stand up and be like, let me just go to work. Because at least I ain't got to worry about none of that crap. You feel me, y'all? So feel happy for yourself. Not taking no PPP loans, not whatever. Let them have done what they doing. Because now, look what they doing right now. CO! Yeah, let's go, y'all. Let's go.
Scott used money to pay for a trip to Egypt and to buy a Land Rover. Things that the average United States...
Well, you can't put all that in no Ferrari or Tesla. You got to put that in no Land Rover.
States citizen would never be able to dream of affording, and yet you all paid for it. You all paid for that Land Rover.
For more on this, we are joined now by former Deputy Assistant Attorney General John Yoo. John, good to see you on this Friday. I want to talk about that woman we just...
The big back, big back, big back, big back. That broke the camel's back, right? I got you. I see it. I see it. She up there like this, and the camel like, damn it, hurry up and take the picture. I ain't never had my humps feel like this before. Let's go, y'all. Let's get it.
Just saw smiling on the camel with her taxpayer-funded trip here. Her name, according to the feds, is Chiquisa Scott. She was the CEO of a charter school in Louisiana. They say she stole millions of dollars of federal tax dollars to give herself lavish trips, buy a vehicle, pay off her family members through fraudulent invoices.
That camel like, hurry up and take the picture. She's like, no, this is video.
Her case, one of many. We heard Vice President J.D. Vance announce this morning that so far the fraud task force has identified $230 billion worth of fraud, a jaw-dropping number. John, nobody likes paying taxes. We all hate it, but we expect our tax dollars to at least go to things that are responsible and that are worth it. Where has the government been in recent years? All these cases popping up. Were they just asleep at the wheel?
Yes, sadly, Bill, one thing you've seen when you read the Justice Department's documents filed here, that there's rampant fraud going on in these programs, and people are using them to buy themselves luxury vacations. There's even pictures in there of the sports cars and the buildings and houses and properties that are being bought by these fraudsters. It's a terrible thing.
Now they're like, boom, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 45, 45, 45, 55, 45. Now you up in there like this. You ain't got none of that dough to pay that back. And I'm hoping, yeah, they get what they deserve, because they was fronting pulling up on us, right? Yo, what's up, Vincenza? Yo, Yolanda, what's good, Machiavelli? Yo, Mark, really fronting on us, right? They was stunting hard, and with the PPP loans too, wasn't they, y'all? They was stunting hard on us.
But the second thing, Bill, I think it goes to your question, this important question. Why isn't the government doing a better job of stopping it? So this Justice Department investigation, J.D. Vance's fraud task force, is a good start. But we're talking here about a few $1 million here, a few $1 million there. The estimates are that you are talking about tens of billions of dollars in fraud that are being lost. when we...
Nope, let's keep on going forward, because you know how we do over here. I think that's enough about the fraud right now. Let's get on over to this new situation with number 9. That's right, Jeffrey Epstein. You know how we do it on number 9, you guys. We got some more information over here. Late breaking, and I don't even know if you guys know about this. Did you know that we actually had an ex-Goldman Sachs lawyer? Yeah, and he knew, this is when they knew that he was a number 6 offender, and they still decided to work with him. And they now they want to admit that Jeffrey Epstein said that Jeffrey Epstein told them to take videos and photos of millions of dollars. Let's see why. Check this out, you guys. Let's go.
The former White House counsel says referrals from Jeffrey Epstein made her law firm millions of dollars. Newly released transcripts show Kathy Rumler told the House Oversight Committee she was aware of Epstein's earlier guilty plea for solicitation of a minor for prostitution, but kept working with him anyway. ABC's Peter Haralambous has more on what those transcripts reveal. So
Got that straight up, I don't care, nothing's gonna happen to me face. You see that? She like this, still smiling like nothing.
Peter, how does Rumler's interview help lawmakers?
Yeah, Diane, I really think this interview, like a few others, really demonstrates how Epstein was able to cultivate his network even after that guilty plea. And to put this in context, for example, we're talking about 2014. Kathy Rumler was basically at the top of her career. She just served as White House counsel for President Obama. Her name was floated as a potential pick for Attorney General, and she's about to go make millions of dollars at her law firm. Epstein, meanwhile, is still reeling from this guilty plea.
That's what I'm
needs
talking
ways
about.
to make money. And despite that, he was able to force himself into her orbit. She basically said she got a cold call from him, offering some business connections, connecting her to Bill Gates. And while that never materialized, she was connected to one of Epstein's other relationships with French banker Ariane de Rothschild, which made Rumler millions over the course of the next few years. She acknowledged that she knew about the guilty plea, but she thought Epstein was remorseful. And they too maintained regular correspondence up until the day Epstein was arrested. Rumler was actually one of the last phone calls he made when he was arrested that day and brought to detention in Manhattan.
I also want to ask you about this Senate resolution. The Senate unanimously agreed that Ghislaine Maxwell should not get a presidential pardon. How significant is that?
Yeah,
Valina, but do you see how it's just like, don't even care? She's on the news. She's walking through there like she's doing a commercial right now. She don't even care.
I mean, this is really a collective, unanimous response to this lingering question of whether she deserves any form of clemency. President Trump has not suggested he's going to pardon her, but he's been repeatedly asked by reporters whether he'd rule it out, and he's refused to rule it out. Also, the timing itself really couldn't be worse for Todd Blanche. That vote came down one day before his planned nomination vote with the Senate Judiciary Committee. That, of course, has been postponed, but it just adds to that pressure and criticism of Todd Blanche, who, of course, sat down with Ghislaine Maxwell last year and has faced criticism for the fact that she was transferred to a nicer prison facility in Texas after that interview.
Call me what you want, but I think homegirl about, not even right now, but I say about, how long is it, about 2 more years? She'll get the pardon. She gonna get the pardon. Cause they gotta make sure that she good before you get up out. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure, you know, look here, I'm gonna wait till, you know what I'm saying, when I'm about to get up out, I'm gonna make sure you get that thing and I'm just gonna walk away, you know what I'm saying? I could just say it in the interview after I ain't, you know what I'm saying, the man no more, you know, whatever. But keep me up out of that, cause you know, I don't know if that's true, but allegedly. You feel me? They already bothering certain people around here. Let's get on over to Seattle. I want you guys to watch as this PD officer goes straight in. He didn't even know what he was running into, but I gotta say, you guys, all police officers are not bad guys. Like I always tell you about the victims of certain people that call themselves victims. How some people say, yeah, but they took the money. Why they took so long? The same way that everybody is not a bad person, all police officers aren't bad guys. Some of them are actually really good, and especially the ones that put themselves in harm's way. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because we have some footage of behind the scenes when the Seattle powwowing happened at the Bite of Seattle. Remember that happened a couple of days ago? Well, we got the actual body cam footage of the center powwowing suspect as he's been taken into custody. Check this out. And yes, this is coming off of the police officer's body cam. Now let's double tap that screen to get those likes up. Don't worry about what anybody else is doing. Let's worry about what we're doing over here on Purple Sunday. We're going ahead and getting you guys out 6 of these Our Bottom Line keychains and 6 of these Our Bottom Line decals for free. All you guys got to do is hit that like button, get us up to 300 likes. Let me know where you want them sent to by sending me an email at bridgethisllc@gmail.com, and I'll personally put that in the mail for you. Let's keep on going, you guys. Again, chest cam right off the police officer. Let's go. Let's open up the screen first to not miss anything, and let's get to it. And of course, there's no audio because we're looking, well, not that kind of audio. He's like, get out the way, clear it, because it just happened, of course.
Just apply pressure to it, okay? We got lots of medics coming, alright?
No, as you can see, they're going to start giving somebody like, you know, Heimlich, I'm not the Heimlich, but they're going to start giving somebody like trying to bring them back to resuscitate them and everything, you guys.
You ready? Yep. Alright.
I know they say if I wait for this, so I'm just gonna go for it.
Chest compressions. They're performing chest compressions to try to keep his heart going. Now that they got the person that's down, hurt, they're going after the power. That was the victim, now they're going after the power. And they got him, that's the power right there, but there was more than one, they say. So the sad part about that, thank you for CPR, but also thanks so much, an NBA star. What's up, NBA star 1993? How you doing? Do you guys notice how that happened in broad daylight around where children were at? Why is there no pause anymore? Whatever happened to pausing on stupid things like this, you guys? Like, what's going on with this? Especially around children, you know? Oh, I got beef with him. I don't like this dude.
At 6:01 p.m., gunshots were heard. We had officers in the area, in the immediate area when these gunshots went off. Officers responded and addressed one of the shooters. That person gave up and was taken into custody. There was another person that we believe that was also involved that fled the scene, and officers began an active search for that person. We discovered as we got to the scene that there were a total of 7 victims that suffered gunshot wounds at the scene. Now we have a total.
Man, 7 victims. Again, I know it's been a couple of days, but I wanted to bring you guys that content, and we're still praying for everybody to pull through those victims. A couple of them have already been released since that happened, but we are following up with these stories, and it's Sunday. That's what Purple Sunday is about, following up with stories and making sure that we bring it to the end of the week, and then we start all over again tomorrow. So yes, we want to pray for everyone in this tragedy. We want to pray for 100% mental as well as physical healing. And we really need some protection from you out here, Lord, because, oh my God, it seems like we're just getting outnumbered by the nonsense. Please put your hands on us. We'll accept it, whatever you decide. Amen. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. Howden Reservoir. We're going over to Howden's Reservoir, where we got record low water levels across Europe. It's revealing mammoth skeletons and almost forgotten shipwrecks. That's how bad the water levels are in this place. Let's keep on moving forward and see what's going on over at Howden's Reservoir. What's going on with all of our water around the world, guys? We're in England. As you guys can see, that water level is very far back right about now. All of that brown that you're probably seeing is where water used to be. Seems like it's turning into roadway now. I'd be worried. Water levels of Dunabe fell to record lows, revealing what could be ancient mammoth remains. Wow, I wish I was out there. Remember that dinosaur that they found last week? Well, a year ago that they sold last week for millions of dollars. mean, why not? You see how big that bone is? Thanks for the gifts, guys. Now, low water levels also reveal that a ship that sank in 1937 on the Duna Bay Routers report, look at that. Reuters report, Lake Brinston, Switzerland. If you got your boat or your ship in that water, you might as well go ahead and pull that tow truck in and get that up out of there, because ain't no water for you to get out there no other way. Talking about drought some places, floods some places, fire. What's going on with this world, y'all? It's kind of crazy out here, you guys. We got a lot of craziness going on all around the world. And like I said, we go everywhere. We make sure that we try to go everywhere. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because we're also following up and moving forward with the what? We didn't forget about you. We got to keep you guys' tummies right when it comes down to that. So let us begin. You know what I'm talking about? The lettuce, the greenery, the cyclosporia. Now, the doctors are still warning about the cyclospora bug that's been going on. It is now spread across 41 states, and these TikTokers, I can't believe these YouTubers, they're actually trying to catch it to get the disease, I mean, to get sick in order to lose weight. You guys heard me. I might have to say it again. TikTokers and certain influencers, not me. They want to lose weight, and they think that getting this bug from lettuce and things like that is a good idea. Doctors are warning them it's not. It's dangerous, and guess what? It's fatal. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. You ain't going to see me out there trying to do nothing like this. Let's go. See what they're talking about over here.
Cyclospora outbreak linked to iceberg lettuce has hit 9 more states.
So that brings the total number right now of cases of that stomach parasite to more than 4,000 spread.
So anybody want to do that trend? I don't recommend.
Across 41 states. Megan Spector with the update tonight.
Arizona health officials have confirmed 36 local cases, but say they aren't related to the nationwide outbreak. Still, officials are urging caution, especially as a joke trending on social media surrounds one of the main side effects. Scrolling through social media, you've most likely come across videos like this, people talking about wanting the dangerous parasite just to lose weight.
Getting any kind of illness to purposely cause something like that is just a bad idea. Plus, cyclosporiasis can be deadly. There are folks ending up in the hospital for long periods of time.
Cyclospora skinny or diarrhea diet, whatever you want to call it, doctors call it extremely dangerous.
Well, with diarrhea, if you're not able to control that part of it, you're going to lose a lot of electrolytes. So you're going to have problems with muscle cramps and headaches and all those sorts of things. But dehydration, and we're really aware of dehydration in this state. You don't want to get to the state where your heart just can't pump enough of blood because there's no water in there.
Even jokes on social media can carry real consequences.
People who are influencers in social media, a lot of people listen to them. There's millions of followers for these people, and even the most off-color comment or the I meant to be funny could be considered something serious, especially somebody who might be dealing and struggling with their weight. They may think, hey, maybe it might be a good idea, and it's never a good idea.
The CDC says from May 1st to July 20th, there have been 308 hospitalizations across 41 states reporting cases. No deaths have been reported. As for Arizona's 36 cases, officials haven't pinned down a single local source.
As far as we know, in our state, we haven't had any foci of outbreaks. So we can't say that this restaurant or this grocery store was the cause of an outbreak.
State health officials say a majority of our cases are associated with international travel, and the number of cases are within the normal range of yearly case counts. But Dr. Carroll warns that could be a false sense of security.
I don't believe that there's been enough reporting in our state to really study and know that there's not been an outbreak here.
Meanwhile, federal investigators are still searching for the root cause of the 2 recent outbreaks. Until a source is officially identified, health officials still advise cooking vegetables to stay safe and do not eat any recalled lettuce. Reporting in Phoenix, Megan Spector, Fox 10 News.
How to know if you have recalled lettuce. It's probably already spoiled in your refrigerator by now because I know none of us have eaten it. But if you do have bagged lettuce there is a list on the federal government's FDA website. You got to turn that bag of lettuce around, read the end of those numbers under that QR code to see if those are corresponding numbers with the ones that they've pulled. That's right, you guys. Turn that bag of lettuce around and you'll be able to go to a website to check and see if that bag of lettuce is actually on the list of contaminated lettuces or something that they've actually pulled from, what's that, Kelly Farms? You guys remember the farm, right? Just keep on moving forward. That's what we do over here. We got to keep our people covered. We got to keep our people covered over here. Come on now. We got to keep our people straight over here. Not only that, we got to keep you guys looking good, matching up with me, Purple Sunday. Now you understand what the colors are about, right? My favorite color, and dig, if you will, the picture. One of my favorite artists. That's right, Prince. That's right, or the artist formerly known as. We're going to be giving out some merch today, you guys. 6 of these Our Bottom Line keychains and 6 of the Our Bottom Line decals. Let's see if we can get up to 300. I know it's hard out here because people are still asleep wiping their eyes. It's Sunday, but I still got responsibilities and we still got a show to do. So let's break a leg and bring it on home. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. You see it back there, but it's time and I got to do it. And if I can make it there, I'll make it bum, bum. Anywhere, it's up to you. New York, New York. Bringing it on home for a minute, you guys. We're bringing it on home. That's right. Sad story right here. Oh, my God. We got the mother of a 12-year-old teen, lost his life. And she says he'll never get a chance to live his life. But the person that actually did it will, or has, the person that actually did it to him had a child. The person that did it to him will actually have a chance. Had a chance to grow up. But her 12-year-old son will never be able to do that. This is a couple of days old, but I think that on our platform, we need to give it some love and respect because we did report the 12-year-old, but we have not had a chance at all to show respect and love, to the mother. Let's go out here and see what's going on, you guys. Let's go. And I really appreciate the Cash App. Hold on a minute. Let me see. I already seen that Cash App. I'm about to get you in a minute because I really appreciate you guys right now. We don't make no dough from doing this. I really come on this show and do this every single day just because I like you guys. And if you notice one thing, I need you guys to really look at yourselves right now. Every single person that's in here most of the time are really gloves. Everybody playing games or saying whatever like that, that's not gloves. You guys are here for more than me. And that's another reason why I show up. You get angry, Boogotti. You did that. 9,000, couple of thousand people they're going to be mad because you don't show up. I'm not going to do that. Hell with these numbers. Still going to keep on putting these shows down. How about that? Because we actually good at what we do. How about that? And they can't mess with us even if they play around. You know how we do. Let's go ahead and get that love in the air. Thank you for all of those hearts because I appreciate you guys. Let's go. And let's keep on moving forward real quick. Let's get into this real quick, you guys. Let's go.
Mother of a 12-year-old.
Sweet RV, you already know we fam. I love you guys to death. Y'all all I got. Straight up and down. Not a bad thing like that, but I actually like it. I love that because that means that we can pick up and roll and go somewhere else no matter what. Now let's get into this sad story right here. Now I know what you're talking about. Let's go.
Today we're hearing from the mother of a 12-year-old boy killed by a stray bullet in the Bronx. Jacob Freitas was shot on his way to a bodega Saturday night. News 4 anchor Gilma Avalos in the newsroom with the mother's grief. It is heartbreaking, Gilma.
It is, David. In a tearful interview, Jacob's mother, Migdalia Martinez, lamented all her son will never get to do. He won't ever graduate high school, drive a car, have a family, or grow up. And today she said the man who took her son's life needs to pay the price in the form of time, spending the rest of his life behind bars.
Should have went to Jamaica. First time I said it all day, but him, they should have sent him to Jamaica.
12-year-old Jacob Freitas should be enjoying what's left of the summer before starting a new school year. Instead, his mother is planning his funeral.
He didn't even get to reach 13.
The son of a retired NYPD sergeant, the 12-year-old is the latest victim of senseless gun violence, killed by a stray bullet close to home, doing something no child should feel unsafe doing.
The guy with the T-shirt on is a straight idiot. I'm talking about straight up fool idiot. They were having a fist fight in the street. Everybody's back is to him. The kid ain't even nowhere around. He just pulls it out and pow pow at the people's backs. You are a punk. They should not give him no life. They need to bring back certain things. Yeah, they need to, yeah.
Riding his bike to buy a ball at a nearby bodega.
He will never graduate high school, and the guy that killed him did. He will never have a girlfriend, and the guy that killed him did. He will never have kids, and the guy that killed him did. He got to live some of his life.
On Saturday, security video shows the 12-year-old leaving the deli on Walton Avenue in Elliott Place. Then a group of men get into an argument. A man pulls out a gun and fires.
No, a piece of trash pulls out a pow. This one right here with the Yankee hat to the back. A little fight going on, a scuffle in the street. And look at everybody's back to him.
Jacob is hit and runs into that deli where he collapsed.
Any grown adult that kills a child should do the rest of their lives in prison. If you take a life, a child's life, you should do life.
On Monday, police arrested William Ferrer. He's facing second-degree murder charges, among others, for Jacob's death and for injuring 2 other men in that shooting. Ferrer pleaded not guilty to the charges. While shootings are down across the city from the same time last year, in this precinct, they're actually up.
And I am so appreciative of the work of our NYPD, of having gotten more than 2,000 guns off of the streets in these first...
Nah, man. Nah. Fuck out. Get the hell out of here, man. Get out of here. We skipping over this. I'm sorry, you guys. I don't even care what he's saying. I don't care what he's saying. Don't even care. Don't even care.
While Jacob's mother waits for justice, she says she hopes her son's death won't be in vain.
And if I can have just a picture of my son there, a nice mural, which just reminds people of whenever they take out a gun, just to look at that face and know that he's not here because of that.
Last night, despite storms, the community gathered around her. Candy, juice boxes, and balls like the one Jacob went out to buy that afternoon were left at a memorial, all to remember a life lost far too soon.
I just want something to come out of this.
Jacob's mother thanked her community. She says they have not left her side as she tries to navigate something no mother should, and that's mourning a 12-year-old child.
Tish should have been out of there, and you should not be the mayor. Man, I need to be governor. I'll get rid of every single one of them. I'm not even playing. I'm coming in there cleaning house. I'm cleaning house the same way that these fools need to clean house. And I want to pray again for the 12-year-old who lost his life and the mother that's going through this tragic moment right now. And she's still fighting to try to gain some understanding and some sense of the nonsense for no reason. You guys saw every part of it. There's no explanation. There is nothing. You guys, we can have a whole conference about what we saw and what happened. We can have a whole conference about it because we saw the whole video. He needs to get what he deserves, and that's it. A 12-year-old cannot even go to the store for a ball. A sergeant's son. Want to give her love and respect and nothing but hope that she can get through this. As you know, she's going to carry this for a very long time. That was her boy right there. And we want to try to give her as much love and respect and healing. Father God, we ask that you put your hands on her today. Amen. Crazy situation right there, you guys. Bananas. Bananas. And he just coming out the precinct talking about, you know what I'm saying? Like he was shaking his head like it's like something wrong or whatever like that. Yeah, what you did was wrong. It's folio. Let's keep on going, you guys. 12 years old, and I keep on telling you guys these ages. Do you remember what you was doing at 12 years old? Could you imagine? Now you remember 14. Now you remember 15, 16, 17, 18. That's what I'm talking about. Even if you don't remember all of those years, whatever year you're in right now, you remember 5 years ago, he won't ever be able to do that, is what the mother's trying to say. Let's keep on going over to Putnam County right now because people need to watch out for children, and we need to really shine a light on when they're not going to school, and there really needs to be better care when it comes down to ACS and checking in on children, especially when you know that they're like bedridden or when you have some sort of medical situations going on, even if they're going to the doctors to report in. A year and 6 months of not being seen by nothing but family. It's never a good idea, you guys. We got the neighbors that are going to react to a house of horrors. And they said that these kids were living in HELL hockey sticks. If you guys can't stomach this, I don't blame you. I understand. Because we're going to have to throw out a caution right now House of Horrors. Telling you right up and down. What we got over here, thank you so much, Rowdy Cole. Welcome to the Bottom Line Gym Glove. Thank you for coming on and being a part of our show. God bless. Let's get into this. As you see, it looks like something is wrong right here. We got a child neglect arrest right here going down for all 4 of these pieces of trash. Let's get into it, you guys. We've been all over these things all week and all month because we have to make sure that we're paying attention and shine a light on this so it doesn't happen.
Neglect charges after the sheriff's office says they found children in their home living in horrible conditions. The sheriff's office is calling it a house of horrors. I'm Tanika Hughes.
I'm Ben Becker. Now, this all started last week when deputies say a baby was near death when brought to the doctor by the infant's mother. Action News Jack's Casey Stone tells us why neighbors say it's about time these arrests have been made.
I spoke with multiple neighbors, both on and off camera, who say they've been trying to tell authorities about the condition of Cannon's home for a very long time.
Many neighbors have called Child Protective Services because of the conditions of the house and the property.
It started with the arrest of Jody Cannon over this old infant who doctors say would have died without medical intervention. The case prompted a search warrant of Cannon's home in Flora Home. The sheriff's office says on the walls were feces and black mold, and the ground was covered in uneaten food and cockroaches. All 4 children who were in the home are now in DCF custody, while the other 3 adults in the home face child neglect charges. Among those arrested is Jordan Wilson, the father of the infant and 2 of the children in the home, and Cannon's mom and stepfather, Melissa and John Keel. Behind me is where the Putnam County Sheriff's Office says 4 children, one just 6 weeks old, was living in complete filth. As you can see behind me, there's trash all around this yard, and neighbors tell me that this is actually clean compared to what it looked like before.
The property smells very strongly of like animal feces and urine. When you walk by the house, you can literally smell the smell coming from the house. So I can't imagine what it's like inside.
Caitlin Zava says in the 4 years she's been living down the street from the family, she's seen them leave dogs outside, locked up without food or water for days on end. She says despite calling animal control, the animals were never taken prior to the arrests. She also says multiple neighbors have called the Department of Children and Families about these conditions.
There comes a point where we need to realize that some people are just evil people and shouldn't be allowed to have children.
I reached out to both DCF and Animal Control Services about this case. You can see their full responses on our website, actionnewsjax.com. For local coverage you can count on in Putnam County, I'm Casey Stone, Action.
You already know what we're about to do right now. I'm just so happy that nobody lost their lives in this when it comes down to them babies. And I'm so glad that they got them out of there, you guys. We're going to pray for those babies. We're going to pray for each and every one of them, that they can stay out and they can heal, and that they can get over this and be kids and be able to experience what kids are supposed to experience. Life, nature, fun, and growing up. Let's get them back on track with the right type of nutrition plan, you guys. Let's get them back acclimated to being around people and things. And let's hope that they can get a claim to a decent and a beautiful life. I want to pray for every single one of them in this situation here. And the parents, Jamaica's calling. Amen. Need to go to Jamaica. They need to be in Jamaica. Oh, yeah. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. And we're not talking about talking about Jamaica as a bad place. Oh, no, no, no. As of yesterday, we have a brand new love and a respect for Jamaica around here. Don't get it messed up. Don't get it messed up. You guys know what we're talking about, right? We got nothing but thumbs up and respect for Jamaica after yesterday's show. Let's get on over here and get on over. What we got now? We got to get on over to Oakland Park. Oh, boy. This is a disclaimer coming out, because there's somebody in our family over here that works for these people, and I just want to say that all people are not bad, all police are not bad, because a lot of people like to generalize and they say, oh, whatever, he just talked about everybody. No, no, no. Sometimes you do have bad people that are in certain positions. I've met a lot of good people through bad people. That's why you got to let those bridges stay up, and you never know what's going to happen, but you just got to be cautious about crossing them. Be cautious about crossing them. And if you do wind up in the ditch, guess what? You was down in the valley anyway, so you can get out of there anyway. The reason I'm telling you guys this is because we have Miss Swanza here. Miss Swanza, I got nothing but love for you, and you are one of my favorite family members on this show. Reason I'm saying this is because I know who you work for, and I want you to know, disclaimer, Boogotti not talking about you, boo. I ain't talking about you at all. But there are some bad people that work for the United States Postal Service. We got to get on over to Oakland. We got the police as they arrest and lock up Lakeisha. Her name is Lakeisha Lockhart, a USPS, I think she was a supervisor or a carrier. She was handling the mail for swiping a Florida lottery ticket from the mail, cashing it, and spending the money. So like I said, disclaimer, not everybody's alike. You got what I'm saying here, right? Yeah, it happened to me. I put my money, my rent check over there in the post office. Next thing you know, it was in Florida somewhere. Yeah. And I know where I put that rent check at. Now I'm digital. I'm Bobby Digital out here, straight with the rent office. Real talk. Thanks for smartening me up. Let's get on over here because I want you guys to be wise about these situations right here, because there's always some people that are bad. And this one here, she had some sort of way to know what was in these envelopes. Maybe they have some sort of technology to do that. Miss Swanza, put us on as you can, you know what I'm saying? Because put us on to this and how she possibly, you know, whatever you can tell us. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. We're going to get on over here and see what's going on in this situation over at Oakland Park.
And now to a crime alert, a postal employee arrested after deputies say she stole a winning lottery ticket.
Well, law enforcement claims that the $1,000 in prize money at a Miami Lakes lottery office is what she was after. Local 10's Terrell Pornay has this story.
Pilfering through mail that she was supposed to protect and help deliver is the accusation against a woman who is assigned to this post office here in Oakland Park. All of this involves a winning lottery ticket that was supposed to be redeemed by someone that lives about a 4 hours drive from here. A winning lottery ticket worth $2,600 was a welcome surprise to a Tampa area woman who ultimately decided to gift the winnings to a relative in South Florida. But that good deed was met with a malicious act after the prize winner decided to mail the unclaimed ticket to her relative through the United States Postal Service. More than a week went by and that winning Pick 4 ticket never made it to its destination, so the victim called police. This triggered an investigation, and detectives quickly learned that lotto prize had been redeemed in Miami Lakes at this Florida lottery field office just 5 days after the initial drawing. Police immediately suspected a jackpot bandit was behind this. Investigators say 28-year-old Lakeisha Lockhart is the lotto larcenist who presented the ticket and collected the cash.
Now, what if that lady was sending her cousin something like, I'm going to pray, I'm going to do the lotto, and I'm going to try to help you with your rent or your mortgage. And when I win it, I'm going to send it to you. Cuz, guess what I want? I'm going to send it to you in the mail. Sound like an older lady, too, because she don't know no better. She playing lotto, and she's sending the thing in the mail. My question is, how did she see it? Let's go. Let's go.
They also say she's a USPS employee who used her position within the post office and some high-tech equipment to pilfer the prize. Postal inspectors urge the community to speak up if they suspect fraudulent acts within its system, though no one could have predicted a lucky loot lifter would allegedly strike behind the scenes. But this crime only bought that suspect a quick ticket to jail. So the charges against this suspect include grand theft, a series of petty theft charges, possession of stolen mail, and also using a two-way communication device to facilitate a felony.
So basically, she got caught with more than what they got jammed up for. They got the investigation started. So when she was under investigation, they must have found mail on her with the two-way devices. That was another way that they just charged her. But they probably found stolen mail on her when they got her, or went in her locker or something crazy. Probably went to her house. Probably got a warrant and went to her house.
Records show that Lockhart has already bonded out of jail. Reporting from Oakland Park, I'm Terrell Pornay, Local 10 News.
Yeah, you guys, let's go. We got more to get into. Double tap that screen, get those likes up, get more people over here. And yeah, we don't discriminate. We got to just call it like it is. That's right, you guys. Our Bottom Line, the #1 show on YouTube. Let's get on over here and keep on moving, because now I think we got some more body cam footage, I think. Let me see something over here. What we got? Body. Oh, man, I don't even want to do this one. Oh, boy. Okay, you guys, there was a child that was being looked for. Passaic River. There were 3 children that went down to the river and they were playing. How did they get to the river? We don't know. 1 little boy and 2 little girls. 1 girl was 11 years old. She wound up making it back home. But the 10-year-old girl, she never made it back home. And they found her yesterday, you guys. Passaic River. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go.
First breaking news, a body found in the Passaic River as crews searched for a missing 10-year-old girl. Good evening, I'm Dick Brennan. Tragic news in Passaic, New Jersey, where rescuers found a body believed to be that of a missing 10-year-old girl. She disappeared in the Passaic River on Wednesday. Naomi Ruckham joins us live from the scene with the absolutely heartbreaking end to this story. Naomi.
Dick, it certainly is, and the family has just been praying for days here. But around 7 o'clock, I spoke to the mayor of Passaic, who did confirm to me over the phone that a body matching the description of a child was found on the water, floating on the water under the Market Street Bridge here where we are now. This is the Market Street Bridge behind us, which has now been completely closed off. It's taped off to the public. No one is allowed to pass through, and you can see there are some police officers out here right now. Crews have been searching for this missing 10-year-old girl since Wednesday, when police say she and 2 other children were swept into the water while playing near a boat ramp at a nearby park. An 11-year-old girl made it out of the river safely, while the body of a 10-year-old boy, her brother, was recovered later that night. Since then, search teams have covered nearly 9 miles of the river using boats, sonar, drones, and cadaver dogs. All 3 children attended the same elementary school in Garfield. Again, a look out here at the scene on Market Street. It is closed off for now, while authorities tell us they will give us more updates once they identify this body. Dick?
Yeah, we got to do it again, you guys. Yes, it's a wrap up because that was the last person that was found. Again, another wrap up to a story, tragic story that I did not want to wind up like that. Didn't know how it would have wound up alternatively, but I tell you, a lot of other options would have been much more pleasing, where they could have found her alive. I would have loved that. I want to pray for all 3 families as well as everybody affected. I'd like to pray for the first responders and the people that were out there looking as well, and like to thank them for their time, people that don't understand what they go through. And if they put together a search party and everything, we want to thank every single one of you people too. And we want to pray for the mental as well as physical beings of kids nowadays, because it's real serious out there, you guys, and they're up against much more than you and I were when we were kids. Amen. Let's keep on. We got to get on over to the Motor Center as WNBA fans are clashing at the Motor Center. Why? Because of comments that have been made about men in female sports. You guys know what I'm talking about. We're talking about the Viricosa, like Jim Carrey, Viricosa. We're talking about that right now again. And it's already dwindled, and they got all the way over to men and women's sports. And we're talking about that right now because now it's at the WNBA and they're having a lot of pushback. Now you got a lot of fights and stuff happening. So let's see what this fight is about before the pregame. It's a protest. Come on, you guys.
New tonight, controversial comments by Indiana Fever's Sophie Cunningham sparked a pregame clash between fans outside the Moda Center tonight. Fox Soul's Michaela Armstrong spoke to protesters about the bigger debate they say her comments have reignited.
That's right. Tensions flared at Moda Center right before the Fever Fire matchup, with fans clashing
Wonder who's out there angry at her, guys. I wonder who it is.
over controversial comments by Indiana's Sophie Cunningham.
Thank you for coming out to support Sophie Cunningham. She has been a voice of reason in what has become a very contentious topic.
Tensions came to a head as fans clashed over Sophie Cunningham's recent comments against transgender athletes in women's sports.
Kind of sickens me because I love the WNBA and was so excited for this first season, and they're ruining what should be a really fun Friday night game.
The rally happened ahead of the Portland Fire game against the Fever, and as the second straight game, groups have rallied outside of an arena in support
since Cunningham spoke out.
She spoke out at the point in her career where she had everything to lose, and she knew what she was saying, and she did it anyway. That's a kind of bravery that we haven't seen in any professional women's athlete yet.
Alexa Anderson says she has competed against trans athletes in high school, and she says Cunningham's comments were necessary.
And I feel it's just unfair, and girls are losing opportunities to biological men within their sports, and that's just a violation of Title IX, and it's really not fair to us. It's not safe to us, the fact that biological men can just walk into our locker and say, I feel like a girl today, and there's nothing we can do about it.
Meanwhile, he was number 47th pick on the basketball team. Go over there and dominate, you know what I'm saying? Let me just add some blah, 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 blah. Next thing you know, go ahead and shave off, get yourself 2 pigtails, and you're looking like Jim Carrey from In Living Color. Varicose. I'm just so glad that she's fighting back, and we got nothing but support for you, Sophie, just like they do over at your team and all of the girls.
Some say Cunningham is protecting young athletes.
I think that if a young girl is an athlete and she sees like a role model like Sophie talking about that, that's life-changing. And I think that we should always remember the young girls in this because they're the most important.
But others argue her comments are damaging.
You allowed this perversion into women's sports, this hate, it hurts women, it hurts girls, it turns into anatomy checks, things like that, which is egregious and abhorrent. I just hope that they can see all the support that they have here and in the WNBA in total. You know, there's more of us than there are of them.
And
Oh, y'all heard that? There's more of us than there are of them.
Moda Center, Michaela Armstrong, Fox 12 Oregon.
Well, I just don't think it's right for women and for girls because you're hurting the sport. You see this big old hole in my ear right now, right? And you see how I got my hair cut where I look like Let's Leave It to Beaver, right? Man, if you don't get up out of here, I'm glad that it wasn't purple, though. At least it wasn't purple. Even though I love purple, I don't think it's good for your hair. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, and nothing but respect for Sophie Cunningham because we don't need any more varicosas out here. Hi. I'm Varicosa. Remember Jim Carrey in In Living Color, right? Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. Now we got another more somber story that we got to get into and show nothing but massive respect. Because right now, that's right, you guys, Savannah Guthrie. They say that the real ransom letter, I can say that word, right? The ransom letter claims that she actually perished shortly after she was taken. And it seems like once you read this letter, it was like they knew, they should have known that they probably weren't going to get her back, but they were optimistic. That's right, you guys. You remember this sad story that's still leaving a big question mark on people's minds. Where is she? And when or if they would ever find her body, if they can. Let's go.
With stunning details about her capture. With that, a brand new post from Savannah Guthrie overnight as her family marks 6 months since the tragic disappearance of her mother, Nancy. That Instagram message posted just hours ago reads in part, "We will always be hoping and praying and believing in the best of our world in spite of circumstance. This is what our faith makes possible. Please bring her home." It came on the heels of 2 released ransom notes with stunning details about her capture. With that, let's bring in retired FBI supervisory special agent and Fox News contributor James Galliano. James, good.
Okay, so right before they read the ransom notes, you guys, let's go ahead and get those other ransoms up. I'm demanding you right now. I hate to say it like that. As a matter of fact, I'm not. I apologize. What I'm asking of you guys to do is let's go ahead and get those likes up because I'm trying to get you guys some merch out there. I'm trying to get you guys 6 of these Our Bottom Line keychains and 6 of these Our Bottom Line decals. All we got to do is get to 300. I'll be putting these in the mail just like I did this morning to get to everybody else. Let's keep on going and find out what's in these ransom letters. Let's go.
Morning. Thank you for joining us. So we have these 2 ransom letters, and the content couldn't be more different. Let me just read them, a part of them, so you can make sense of it. The first one, we will be holding her for a maximum of 7 days. You will need to send Bitcoin in the amount of $4 million before 5 p.m. on Thursday, the 5th. The payment is not received. The ransom will be increased to $6 million, which will need to be paid by 5 p.m. on Monday, the 9th. If payment is not received by the last deadline on Monday, the 9th at 5 p.m., she will be killed. Then the second one says, Guthrie family, we did not fully grasp the seriousness of her physical condition. We never intended to hurt her. That was not our intention. She perished shortly after she was taken. We want your family to know this and hope you all can find peace. We are truly sorry. What are we to make of these two ransom notes?
Yeah, Griff, it's hard to believe it's been 6 months since both of us were out there on the ground in Tucson, Arizona, and we're still at this impasse. And look, regarding the notes, I'm gonna make two points here, and I'll make them quickly. The first one is this: having lived and worked in Mexico City and understanding artificial intelligence a little bit, you look at these notes and you read the cadence and the structure. It really seems like somebody ran it through AI, meaning they wrote a note in another language, possibly Spanish, and then ran it through AI. Why? They use USD for United States dollars. We do that south of the border to differentiate from the Mexican peso, which is trading at like 17 times less than $1. That's the first point. The second point is Savannah's statements, which indicate that at least a partial ransom has been paid. What did she say the other night? And I'll read it in her taped plea. We have done our part. We've done our part. And I know you've been trying to do things the right way. The Guthrie family believes that several of these notes are real, including the two that you just read. But this is interesting. Now that we see them, it does lead things again back to the southern border, 60 miles away from the Catalina Hills, where Nancy Guthrie disappeared from.
Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go, because that's what we do over here. We cover a range of topics, and that's another one. I think that's some sort of closure right now. You're right about that. That's some sort of closure, because they basically told the truth, and at least they have some sort of understanding. The problem is, it's not about about that. They want her. They want her remains. They would like her remains for a proper burial. That's what I'm thinking. And that's a mother right there. So you definitely want to show proper respect for a mom. Definitely want to go show a lot of respect for the Guthrie family. And we hope that we still keep on moving forward and find some sort of closure, and maybe hopefully find out who actually did this if they're constantly on top of this case. We ask you that today, Father God. Amen. We got to get on over to Mexico. That's right, where this situation possibly happened. You heard what he said. We got an homicide suspect who's been arrested. He thought he was going to be able to stay in Mexico. And you know, they didn't tell him to watch his head. They didn't tell him to watch it through your head. They didn't tell him to watch his head. They let him hit his head on the side of the Jeep. That's right, because they should have. This man has been accused of pow-powing a teen to steal his jewelry in Parkland, Pierce, Colorado. The victim's mother speaks out on this one too, you guys. That's why sometimes it's not even worth wearing jewelry. That's why I tell you, when I go to Brooklyn, I'm like this. Welcome to Brooklyn. You better have a pass when you cross that bridge. I'm serious about that. Let's go.
A 2-month manhunt comes to an end in Mexico. A man suspected of shooting and killing a Parkland teen after stealing his jewelry, arrested more than 2,000 miles away in Jalisco, Mexico. KIRO 7's Jack Bilyeu talked with the teen's family today. Jack, this was such a heartless act of violence as we covered it, but that family tells you they're finally able to breathe a sigh of relief, right?
17-year-old Braylon Diaz was shot and killed right here back in May. His mother says after that arrest, she can finally start to find closure.
I can't believe you got that far.
Relief from the mother of 17-year-old Braylon Diaz, and shock that her son's accused killer made it out of the country and hundreds of miles past the border. She says the 2 months Brandon Torres Mesa spent...
I mean, I guess if you can get in so fast, you should probably have no problem getting out, right?
In Jalisco, Mexico, she spent suffering.
And they've been held. Always looking over, always wondering, always stressed about my kids, what's gonna happen. I'm just very happy. I was mad that he was out there living while my son is in the ground. And I'm just very, very relieved that they have him.
Torres Mesa's arrest was covered extensively by Mexican media, as seen in this video from Jalisco journalist Israel Orozco. The footage shows him being transported by helicopter and perp-walked by heavily armed officers, the conclusion of an international effort to bring him to justice.
Fortunately, we have partners with the FBI as well as the Mexico authorities that have assisted us with this.
Investigators say Torres Mesa pulled up alongside Diaz while he was walking home in May, robbed him of his necklace, then shot and killed him right in front of his girlfriend. They described it as a random attack.
It was a devastating and just
They already got the necklace, but pow them anyway.
unnecessary act of violence.
He was the last of 3 suspects to be arrested in the case. Diaz's mother says she'll be in court when Torres Mesa is finally brought back to Pierce County, but justice won't bring back her beloved son.
He was just a really good kid. He was on his way to do great things.
I'm going to do it right now while this picture's up there. I want to pray for her. I want to pray for the other little brothers. I want to pray for the other family members. We want to pray for strength. We want to pray for love. We want to pray for healing. We want to pray for physical as well as mental healing in this one, Lord. And we can't bring them back, but let's at least get mom some peace. And you know what they say? The parents of a child always say they never thought that they'll be burying their own child. They always thought it would be the other way around. I want to give her strength and power. Amen. Let's go, you guys. Let's get the rest of it. Let's get it.
The sheriff's office tells us there is not yet a timeline for bringing him back to Washington to face charges. We'll let you know as soon as there's movement. Live?
Yep, now we got to get on over to Florida where it never fails. It never fails to provide information in Florida. Yes, you guys, and I apologize, but we're closing up a lot of stories today, and that's why we're getting all of these stories out of the way, but we still have to show respect, especially where there's loss. I mean, we got to do what we got to do. We got to go over to Florida now because this man lost his life on a turnpike crash. His family is now filing a lawsuit against the FDOT. Let's get into this one right now, you guys. I hate that it's going down like this, but this is probably the last one, I think. Matter of fact, yeah.
A family that lost a son to a wrong-way crash is now suing the state. The family of Zeke Urrutia claims the Florida Department of Transportation did not protect drivers the night.
And as you can see, a first responder, someone that was out there, a good person for society, a really good guy, lost his life out there. So had to play this one.
Someone drove on the wrong side of the road and killed their son. CBS News Miami Steve Majiri is your reporter in West Miami-Dade, showing us how the family wants more than just the driver held accountable.
Frank Urrutia says his son Ezekiel had a life of service ahead of him that was cut short at age 23. He says his son was a paramedic and aspiring firefighter, but was killed in a crash by a wrong-way driver in January of last year on Florida's Turnpike near the Red Road exit.
He was a fun-spirited guy that wanted to save lives and help others. He had a heart full of service and a commitment to helping people stay safe.
Just a week ago, Urrutia says the family got some justice when a judge sentenced that wrong-way driver, Sunshine Perez, to 20 years in prison. Investigators found Perez was driving as fast as 100 miles per hour in the wrong direction with alcohol, oxycodone, and methamphetamine in her system.
My family and I can go home today knowing that one less danger exists on the streets.
Now the family wants to hold the Florida Department of Transportation accountable. They filed a lawsuit against the agency and companies that do business with FDOT, accusing the wrong-way driver detection software at the Northwest 27th Avenue northbound exit ramp of failing on the night of the crash.
You see all those wrong-way signs up there now? That's crazy. You see that, right? Somebody says, that's crazy sad. Imagine seeing all of those, seeing headlights coming towards you.
The suit says the technology was supposed to flash lights at the wrong-way driver right at the ramp and alert drivers in Florida Highway Patrol about the wrong-way driver. The filing says after this failure, the wrong-way driver drove more than 2 miles and then crashed head-on into Zeke Urrutia.
Nothing can bring Zeke back. Our intention now is to find ways to help improve our roadways, bring attention to the matter, and help with providing safety for the community.
I did reach out to the Florida Department of Transportation and the other defendants listed in this lawsuit. I'm still waiting on a response. Urrutia says that he plans on remembering his son through 2 scholarships that he's created at Miami-Dade College in both the firefighting and paramedic programs. In West Dade, Steve Magiri, CBS News, Miami.
Y'all audio on that one was trash. I'm talking about up, down, motorcycles. Y'all couldn't find no better locations to get them stories from? Jesus Christ. That was the last one there. I hope you guys, yeah, that's the last one of those. We're going to pray for him because he was a first responder. I want to pray for the family as well, and hopefully they'll find some sort of closure in this. As you guys see, he already said it. At this point, we can't bring him back, but we can hope for better roads and better roadways for people out there. I want to pray for the family. As you guys can see, they're still going through it. But yes, mental as well as physical health. Got to pray for them. Let's get it, you guys. And that was the last one for this Sunday morning. Purple Sunday. I'm not going to be showing no more people leaving up out of here. Let's keep on moving forward now. We got to get on over to West Palm Beach. That's right. Florida still provides in other ways. Now, we got the chief that decides to get rid of all of the commanders in the precinct. That's right, you guys. Gotta go. Gotta go. You gotta go too. And you, matter of fact, you too. We got to clean house because we got to wreck shop, but we got to build it up all over again. Sometimes that's the best way to do it, because sometimes if you leave one of those bad nails or one of those bad eggs in there, it's going to keep on spoiling the pot. Let's get on over to Florida and see what's going on with this double dipping. They had some sort of scheme going on where, let's say you were supposed to get paid for 40 hours. They were doubling, getting 80 hours, not even doing the work. Let's see what the law enforcement is doing out here to prevent crime, what they're supposed to be doing, huh? I don't see them doing too much preventing when they're double dipping.
Into a story we first brought you yesterday at 4, West Palm Beach Police Chief Tony Araujo is explaining why he fired 5 of the department's top commanders following a nearly 2-year-long investigation into alleged double dipping. Today, the chief said the decision was about public trust, accountability, and changing the department's culture.
Our investigative reporter Terry Parker first broke this story 2 years ago. Last night she had an exclusive report on those dismissals, and Terry reports now from City Hall with the latest.
A tumultuous chapter in the history of the West Palm Beach Police Department has ended. A new chapter now beginning. Police Chief Tony Araujo saying he wrestled with these decisions to fire his top command staff, but he says transparency and accountability to the community is the most important.
The crazy thing about it is, you know how when they get fired, they'll still get like pension or they'll get like some money or whatever. It's not going to probably really go in their record or anything. They just got fired, right? So they'll go to the next town over and probably get another position. I don't know if this was strict enough. Let's check out what they did.
We recognize that the actions that led us here have legitimately impacted the confidence our community has in its police department.
Chief Tony Araujo says that's why, after reviewing a nearly 2-year Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office internal affairs investigation, he fired 5 members of his command staff.
And after careful review of the findings, I made the difficult decision to terminate 5 command-level officers.
After doing a search, they found out that only one of the people on payroll wasn't skipping, wasn't stealing money from them. Everybody else was.
The West Palm Beach City Police Department.
Those fired include former Assistant Chief Tamika West, former Major Michael Dean, and Captains Joseph Ahern, Dennis Roble, and Theodore Swiderski. Captain Troy.
Meanwhile, they out here talking about enforcing the law, right?
Troy Marchese retired before the end of the investigation. Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office investigators conducting an internal affairs review concluded that after the department installed new software in 2022 designed to prevent overlapping hours, some of the officers continued taking lucrative overtime assignments but figured a workaround on the software. According to the report, command staff entered leave, signed up for extra duty assignments, then removed the leave after those assignments were approved, creating overlapping work hours, meaning they were paid twice. The report.
When I say double dipping, I don't mean going to get another job. I'm talking about acting like you work 80 hours when you only work 4. Putting it in and then after they pay you. So there's like no trail, but they wasn't stupid. They knew what they was paying out.
Documents dozens of instances where they say this happened after the new software.
55 times from Captain Troy. There's 40 times from Captain Jose. Assistant Chief did it 21 times, and Captain Dennis Wobbler did it 16 times, doubling up on that pay.
Where it was installed. Retired Captain Brian Capper was the only commander investigators found had no overlap since then. Investigators also concluded responsibility extended beyond those creating the overlaps. Former Chief Frank Adderley declined to be interviewed. Former Deputy Chief Richard Morris acknowledged the appearance of double dipping and admitted he could have been more engaged. And Assistant Chief Anthony Spatera said he expected compliance, never authorized command staff to bypass the system, and believed continued overlaps could amount to double dipping. Araujo says he's made changes and leadership has to stop problems before they become part of the department's culture.
Accountability cannot depend on rank, assignment, or years of service. These standards apply to everybody and everyone within our police department, sworn and professional staff.
Chief Araujo tells me that he has already moved some people around in the department, so he doesn't have all of these open positions just sitting there. He's done promotions, he's hired new people. He said there will be more of that, and they are up to speed in protecting West Palm Beach. Terry?
They got him out of there, y'all. They got a lot of them out of there, but I wonder if that's going on anywhere else. Is it? Now we got to go on to another breaking story that we broke here earlier. A couple of weeks, actually a couple of months ago. I would say about 6 to 7 months ago. I never thought that the same person would get locked up. Watch your head. She'd probably get out though, because she already got out for doing the same thing. You guys, when they try to use their beauty, their vanity to get over on you, I'm pretty, so you gotta pay for my Uber to get there for the date. You gotta pay for the food, and if I bring 3 of my friends, you gotta pay for their food too. You guys know who I'm talking about, right? Those ones that really think that they're God's gift to the world. You know what I'm talking about? Not only that, but had the nerve to be an OnlyFans model. I don't call OnlyFans models. I call them what we called them back in the days, you guys. We call them ORN stars. It don't matter what platform you're on. Let's get on over here to see what this freak is talking about. Now she's facing trouble again as she's accused of theft for the 2nd or 19th time. Let's see what's going on with this one here. In LA.
A Los Angeles model and influencer accused of robbing people she met online is back behind bars. Adva Levy, also known as Mia Ventura, was...
Mia Ventura. You look a little bit like Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, if you ask me.
Charged in March with 6 felonies. Prosecutors allege the 28-year-old used dating apps to cultivate relationships with wealthy people before stealing from them. Levy was arrested again on Tuesday in connection with a separate theft allegation in Riverside County.
You ain't got no Botox in the bing, boo.
According to police, she's also in violation of a court order. Levy is expected to appear in court today. She faces up to 11 years and 8 months in state prison if convicted as charged.
Be careful out
there.
Los Angeles. Be careful out there, fellas. I know they look a little good or whatever like that, but you mess around and you move the wrong way, you're going to pop that balloon. You don't want to pop those balloons because next thing you know, she's going to say, you got to pay for that. You see, it's leaking. It's leaking. Be careful, man. Be careful. And them lips, too. Look like somebody, she could hold her lips down like this and use them for a speed bag. She can use them lips as a speed bag. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, and double tap that like button to get those likes up. I actually got these keychains coming out to you guys this morning in the form of 6 of these Our Bottom Line keychains and 6 of these Our Bottom Line decals. All you got to do is email me an address, but we got to get to 300. We're still working. Let's see if we can do it. I'm optimistic. If not, we'll do it tomorrow on Monday. Another one of my favorite days because I'm here every day. Let's get on over to, are we going there? Oh man, I know who wish they was over there right now. Even though it's on fire, he would probably run out there and try to put his foot in there or grab a stick and pull something out. You know who I'm talking about? I'm talking about the son of the last president. His name is Hunter. I can feel it. Biden. That's right, you guys. In Liberia, right behind me right now, what you see is on fire. That's a whole bunch of D-rugs. I'm talking about the good stuff. Didn't make it here. But if Hunter could have found this stuff right here, he'd be out there kicking inside a fire. Don't even care. You know how Hunter get down. You see, you know he was still looking for that baggie that he lost inside the White House. But this here, fire, flame, water, he wouldn't care. He'll find a branch and try to get him something out of there. But guess what's going on over in Liberia, you guys? $336 million worth of that good stuff set ablaze following a historic D-rug bust. They get so happy, they start doing, agabule, agabule, bule, agabule. I don't know if they're getting a little bit of downwind from that flame coming off that fire over there. Come on over here, you guys, and check this out. That's all that good stuff that Hunter liked right there. $336 million worth of it. Like I said, if he was around, he'd be out there with a stick light, trying to get something off the edge of the fire, right? Let me get that little crumb off the edge. We got a contact. I think we're standing too close in their language. We are high as hell right now. And you can't say that they wasn't holding. That's the scales you gotta weigh the whales with right there. And they're on the back with the heat just in case somebody try to get that. You can't just ride up the block with that. They're like, how much is on that van? Whatever, life-changing. What? Hunter on the edge like, no, no, no. Don't light that match tonight. He's like, please don't do it. Man, if Hunter was out there right now, he'd be running to the fire flame. See somebody at the edge go like this. Somebody just walk by. Yeah, man. I know he's mad at this. Do not send this clip to his Twitter account, because he's gonna be tired. You might make that man commit something that you don't want him to commit. Don't send that don't send that video over to Hunter. He gonna be tight with y'all. Let's keep on moving forward. Yeah, that was $336 million worth of it, you guys. That was in Liberia. We got a contact. Woo! You see, we got a contact. Woo! They got a contact off all that smoke. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We're having a fantastic Purple Sunday, if I have to say so myself. Trying to get up to 300 likes to send you guys 6 of those Our Bottom Line keychains and 6 of those Our Bottom Line decals. We got to get on over to Florida. It never fails. We got another one, y'all. This one is a flesh-eating bacteria that comes from eating raw, contaminated shellfish like oysters. Open wounds has already been proven to be serious about this. This actually happens probably around this time of year as well. I wouldn't put it in the same category as cyclospora, but I would want you guys to be careful, especially if you're like sushi eaters, you're like raw oysters and things like that. I'd like for you guys to pay attention and see what's going on, because in Florida, one person has already lost their life to this. Pay attention and let's see what's coming up next. This is our health and wellness part of our segment, but just a preemptive warning.
Story's health check and a new warning about a dangerous flesh-eating bacteria, with Florida seeing its first deadly case of the year.
You did not see that anywhere else but here and there.
This is a bacteria that you typically see more in the summer. It's usually transmitted if you eat undercooked seafood or raw seafood like oysters. But it can also get to you if you have a wound that's open that comes into contact with seawater. So
if you got a wound or anything like that, I wouldn't even advise you to go to the beach right now. I wouldn't even want to get it from the sand. You feel me? I'm just telling people what's going on, because that's what you do to family when you know what's happening out there, putting you guys on the game.
Cut yourself on a sharp rock or a shell, etc. Erica Edwards is tracking all of this. She's joining us now. A lot of people headed to the beach this weekend. You know, this thing, I feel like we talk about it every summer, eating the oysters, etc. Context-wise, is it worse this summer? What should people be looking out for, etc.?
Yeah, we're talking about Vibrio vulnificus. And as you said, I mean, this happens every summer. And these types of infections tend to happen in really warm coastal waters, really up and down the eastern seaboard. As you said, Hallie, 2 ways to get sick from it. One, eating contaminated shellfish, especially raw oysters. That usually causes pretty bad upset stomach. It can also enter the body through an open wound. You'll know it if you're infected within a day or so. People can get a fever, along with really painful, swollen red sores. Antibiotics can treat it, but it's important.
Faye, I believe in you, and that's why I'm glad you're here. Faye said that it does happen every summer.
To act fast.
Who has time for that? Between the parasite with the, explode.
Different strains of the bacteria is in the Potomac River. Okay, Howdy, thank you so much.
Diarrhea between this, nobody needs this. Is it just in Florida or is it beyond? Do we typically see it start in the South and then spread?
So far this year, 12 cases in Florida, according to the state's health department. And the CDC nationally keeps pretty good data on Vibrio, this type of bacteria and other Vibrio infections. The agency reporting 57 cases nationally just this week alone, Hallie.
57 cases this week alone, you guys. I said it, shellfish, raw oysters. Be on the lookout. Dan, what can we eat?
If you do want to eat shellfish, Erica, let's say, or go into the ocean or whatever, there are steps you can take to protect yourself, right?
So when it comes to oysters, the safest option is to cook them. Otherwise, cover any open sores. Really, experts say even a waterproof bandage, Band-Aid works really well. Also, shower off after a dip in coastal or brackish waters. Hallie.
Okay, Erica Edwards, thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Okay, you guys, we told you we want you to be healthy around here because we love you. We don't want you guys talking about we got stomach problems and all of that stuff. Where my boy at right there? Because you said it earlier. I hope you're still here because we got to pray for you. Mike, okay, we got to pray for you. There's somebody in here right now that's dealing with the cyclospora. I think it's Mark, if I'm not mistaken. I'd like to pray for Mark. I want to give you massive love and support from us here at the show. I know that you're saying it's nothing working right now and you're probably still going through it. We have actually 2 people right now that are suffering with this sickness right now, cyclospora. Lord, we ask that you put your hands on them and please bring the healing in. And you guys, please get out there and try to do what you can in order to help the Lord move on along and drink good water and take care of yourselves that way. Probably don't want to eat too many heavy things right now because you probably can't even keep it in. We want to pray for your healing. We want to pray for you guys right now because there is power in numbers when you pray. That's why I do it all the time when we're all here, because it's easy to do it by yourself. But when you got this many prayer warriors, he really can hear what we got going on. That's why I tell you guys, put your prayers in there too. It's not just about us, it's about you as well. That's why I come here every day. Amen. I ain't perfect, but I try. Amen. Try my best. Let's get on over here, you guys, because now we're going to put you on to some new game. I think that was Mark, though. Come on, step up, bro. Come on and get your blessing. We love you over here. And be careful about what you eat. The sad part about it is you don't control that, huh? Kelly Farms. Out here hurting people. I got people toe up from the flow up. Why can't we get our own American gardens going again? I think the FDA will be able to access them quicker and easier, right? Let's stop importing and getting all of this food from other places where we can't check on the pesticides and what it's being grown with. Because they don't care about nothing but money when it comes out of the country. They can get it for a lower price and sell it to us for whatever. Just keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's get on over to New Guinea. I done told you since the first day we started the show, we go everywhere. And don't ask me if we ever been to New Guinea, because we go in there now. Well, we got the situation coming out of New Guinea. You guys, if I told you that sharks could walk, there'll probably be police or some people with some straitjackets, not the one that I used for that paranoid video neither. There'll probably be people knocking on the door right now, coming to get me, right? If I told you a shark could walk, would you believe me? I'm talking about, it has fins, this particular shark, but I'm talking about on the ground. Yeah, I'm talking about almost looking like a catfish, but a shark that can walk. Think I'm lying? Come on. We got a new fear because this unlocked, these scientists found and discovered a new species of walking sharks. And where they get them from is my question. What was in the water over there? You know, we've seen all sorts of crazy movies happen, like, you know, what's that, Atomic Man and all of that. What was that? When the water, when the radioactive stuff got in the water and the man went all crazy. Does this have anything to do with that? Because I've never heard about no walking sharks.
Discovered species is bringing a whole new meaning to jumping the shark. A newly discovered walking shark actually uses its fins to move around like legs in Papua New Guinea. But a close relative of this species actually lives at the Clearwater Marine Aquarium in Florida. Courtney Laratonda joins us from that area right now.
Good observation. Basically evolution, huh? Imagine if a great white shark started getting fins and being able to walk out here.
Now, with the epaulet shark. So, Courtney, thanks for joining us. Can you show us, first of all, how did they discover this new species, and why do these epaulet sharks walk? How are they able to do that, and can you show us yours there?
Absolutely, I would love to. So there was a group of researchers down in Papua New Guinea, and they were doing some field work down there, and they discovered a brand new species, which is absolutely incredible. We now have 10 different walking sharks in 2026, which is really, really cool. Right behind me, we have one of those 10. This is called an epaulet shark, a walking shark. We're gonna try to see if she wants some snacks today, but as you can see, she's gonna walk on her front 2 pectoral fins and those back 2 pelvic fins in order to go right across the sand over to her little silver side fish there.
Wow, so she's just eating that little fish, but is it a danger to humans?
Well, you know, when somebody thinks of the word shark, everyone thinks of great white, hammerhead, those great sharks, those big sharks that are kind of scary when you first look at them, but they're just swimming through the ocean migrating. And no one really thinks of, you picture this adorable little thing as she's walking across the sand there for you. She's not dangerous to humans in any way. No walking sharks really are. They live in small tide pools and shallow water reefs, so their prey size is very small. It's invertebrates. We are not anywhere near their prey size. However, humans are definitely a threat to them. Yeah. About 5 of the 10 species that they now discover.
Yeah, but sometimes I surprise myself, Jelena. Boogotti got the news and the tea.
Discovered are either threatened or endangered. So.
And Courtney, real quick, can they walk out of the water as well?
Great question. So they do live in shallow waters. They can hold their breath for over 2 to 3 hours. Wow. So when they migrate from small tide pool to another tide pool, they can actually come up in really shallow water, almost like on land. Yeah.
So you mean in evolution, in about 1,000 years, great whites is going to be up out here like this? Ah, you're not going to be king of the jungle, going to change the great whites and whales and orcas out here walking, huh? Holding their air for 2 hours with water packs on, with air tags on. You see this craziness, y'all?
Over to that other puddle so they can get more food.
Courtney Laratonda, thank you for that.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-host.
Y'all not going to see nothing else like that, but anywhere else on our bottom line, you're going to see it here. Why? Because it's something brand new that we thought that you guys would find that was interesting. And guess what? We love the animals. You guys know we love the animals over here. Let's keep on moving forward because we got another situation over here with, that's right, you guys, y'all probably know him, Keefe D, Dwayne Keefe D. He said, hey, baby, I would never hurt the money. No, he said he would never hurt the money. basically trying to say that what he said in court, he was lying. He did not really do any of that stuff. Also, they're like, yeah, but you even wrote a book saying that you had something to do with Tupac's murder. He said, yeah, but I was lying. I did it for the money. How many of you guys believe it? Check this out situation right here. We're going over to Viva Las Vegas. We got Why Would I Kill Our Money? Keefe D explains his role in the Tupac killing before the trial. In an exclusive interview, he says he lied because what people do for money. But we don't know if you're telling the truth now because you were pretty convincing, especially when you was on Vlad TV, Keefe D.
And 8 News Now exclusive before one of the biggest trials in Las Vegas history. A sit-down interview with the man accused in the murder of Tupac Shakur. Dwayne Keefe D. Davis speaking with investigator Vanessa Murphy. A quick note, our team was not allowed to put a microphone on Davis due to security. That's why we've included subtitles.
And that's why you guys are gonna hopefully you guys are gonna double tap that screen to get those likes up, because we're giving you the exclusive content right now, you guys. Yeah, you can go look at it yourself, but you can't watch it like you are over here. And that's why we the first to break it, and we hope that you make it over here to double tap that screen to get those likes up so we can get you guys the keychains. We're giving out 6 Our Bottom Line keychains and 6 of the Our Bottom Line decals. That's right, you guys. We got 12 pieces coming out. Trying to get up to 300. We still got time. We still got time. Let's go.
The trial surrounding the murder of rap legend Tupac Shakur nearly 30 years ago is just days away. We were given the rare opportunity to sit down with the man at the center of it all, Dwayne Keefe D. Davis, face to face while he waits here in jail. Did you have anything to do with the murder of Tupac Shakur?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I wasn't even in the matter. I wasn't in the matter, period.
Did you have anything to do with murder, Tupac Shakur? No, ma'am. I wasn't even in the Nevada, period.
Do you regret the book and the interview?
Yeah, I was just after the money, and they said I was covered. I did it for the money. You know what I'm saying? And,
But did anyone tell you maybe it's not a good idea to do that because they might arrest you after they hear you say that or read it in your book? Like, did anyone close to you say, not a good idea?
That was the ghostwriters. I didn't write that book. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about no Winston Churchill, Frank Sinatra. Just read the book, you know.
I don't know nothing about no Winston Churchill, Frank Sinatra. That was the ghostwriters. I didn't write that book. Just read the book and you can see I'm not the one that wrote it.
I didn't write that book. You know what I'm saying? And the Vlad thing,
And Vlad thing.
the lady, she gave me $150,000.
The lady, she gave me $150,000. What lady? What are you talking about? And Vlad don't pay nobody like that, no $150,000. He's all arguing right now with Boosie for $10,000 more.
And when I was watching the interview this week and the way you sort of go through it by play, like then this happened, then this happened.
And you said my nephew got out because they came around the side and then we had the Cadillac. How do you think they made the song because of what he said?
It's very believable.
They wrote me a script to follow. My lawyer came with the script.
They wrote me a script to follow. My lawyer came with the script. Let's see all of this proof, Keefe.
It seemed like he was in bed with them the whole time.
Seemed like he was in bed with them the whole time. Yeah, now blame it on the lawyers and everybody else. I'm surprised he's not blaming it on the alcohol.
When you were talking in this interview about Tupac's murder and when you were doing this book, were you considering maybe his family at all?
No, I just did it for the money. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to feed my family. You know what I'm saying? And it's wrong. It's just wrong. I'm an innocent man. And they said, yeah, Chris, I haven't been around that stuff since like 89. I stopped that stuff, pulled up my pants.
So he said he hasn't been a crib. He put his flag down at 89, y'all.
I'm not no leader, no Crips, none of that stuff. That's wrong. They just try to make that case look good or something. He's a leader of the Crips. He's way up there in the Crips. No, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? There's no color line. I'm messing with Bloods, Crips, everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm just one of the leader of the Crips. I helped some like get that record company together. You know what I'm saying? And
He said he helped Suge Knight get the record company together.
and why would I kill the guy that's making us the most money? You know what I'm saying? That's rapper back then. Why would I kill our money like that? It don't make sense. Suge Knight will tell you that I didn't do it.
Has the DA
Ain't never see him in no picture, no video, no studio, no nothing. But he helped Suge Knight make Death Row, right? Who you, Snoop Dogg? What we rapped on a rap? What song? Murder Was the Case? What you did the beat?
DA's office offered you any plea deals, and would you consider a plea deal?
I'm not gonna take no plea deal because I didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm 63, I had a cancer battle, and I got 3 stents to my heart. And the average American lives to like 74 years old. 10 years, I'm dead. So,
He said he's 63, he got a stent in his heart, so I guess he's trying to get out because he don't think he got that much time to live.
I don't like taking a deal, you know what I'm saying? I heard it was like something 10 to 25. I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna take a deal like that, and I have. Especially after I had a gun with it. I'm an innocent man.
How concerned are you that you'll be convicted after this trial and you won't get to spend your final years with your family?
Yeah, I think the 9th Circuit Court is gonna let me go.
He said he think the 9th Circuit Court is going to let him go. That's what Dwayne Keefe D said, you guys. He think they're going to let him go. Well, guess what? I think I got to let it go. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. We're going to see if they let you go, because if not, it's going to look like another taste of TKO. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. Double tap that screen. That was an exclusive right there. And if you're trying to get down with this merch grab we got going on today, all you got to do is help us get up to 300 likes. Also hit those 3 dots right there. Boom, that's going to make the likes pop up, and many more people are going to come over because they know that what's going on over here. That's right, you guys. You see this? Our Bottom Line keychains. We're doing 6 of those. Also 6 of the Our Bottom Line decals. We're going to get you guys 12 pieces out. Let's go. We got to get into some health benefits right now, you guys. It's something that's very important. It's about your children. Don't go anywhere. We're not doing anything crazy. It's very important because there's been research done, and it makes a lot of sense. You can't get addicted to something if you never had it, or if you're taking it in, let's say, moderation. Let's be fair about it. Depending on what we're talking about, Boogotti. You know what I'm talking about? The reason I'm telling you guys this is because we're talking about slowing the rush. Less sugar in early childhood development is linked to lower dementia. That's right, lower dementia risks. Now, kids are silently getting caffeine in their diets as well, but we're going to show you guys that. I want to bring that up to you. But I want to just let you know, sugar can be regulated. You can make sure that they're not eating a lot of sugar as they're kids. I've seen a lot of my nieces and nephews, and my sister would make sure that they only got like apples and certain things that were very low in sugar, thereby not making their taste buds get them addicted to the dopamine drop. You guys know what I'm talking about? You guys know how addictive candy is. It's like, oh my God. And once we taste it, there it is, you guys. We're addicted. It's like a dopamine rush, and we cannot control that. Why? Because that's what sugar's supposed to do. The body's supposed to only have about 63 grams of sugar every day. But do we really just have 63 grams of sugar every day? No, not with those big old Dunkin' Donuts drinks with those big whipped cream on the top. We don't do that. So I'm just trying to let you guys know it's something that we got to really pay attention to. And if we regulate the sugar in the beginning, we can make a difference in our children. Let's see what studies are talking about, you guys. Let's get into it.
Research finds limiting sugar before age 2 could pay off for brain health decades later. The study finds a 23% lower risk of developing dementia with a diagnosis delayed by more than 2.5 years. And joining
Glucose contributes to dementia.
us now is the author of The Miracles Among Us, How God's Grace Plays a Role in Healing, Fox News senior medical contributor, Dr. Mark Siegel. Dr. Siegel, I think a lot of parents just listened up and they tune in. We obviously know sugar isn't great. I appreciate the fact that we now have this MAHA push to limit processed foods, but tell us what parents need to know when it comes to sugar, and especially our young kids.
Well, first of all, Lara, this is a great study because it's historical. I love history. I'm a history buff. And in the 1940s, there was a rationing of glucose, of sugar, in the UK because of World War II. It ended in 1953. So the average sugar consumption of little kids went from 40 grams a day up to 80 immediately. And Hong Kong researchers studied this over decades, and they found that once that ended in 1953, they looked at 65,000 kids and found that there was a 23% greater chance of developing dementia with the higher glucose intake. Now, why would that be? Sugar is actually good for the brain, but only up to a certain amount. Sugar is the fuel for the brain, right? But when you have too much of it, it causes inflammation in the brain. It interrupts immune function.
I want us to understand the bad things about sugar so that we can also think about that when we're taking it in. So I'm gonna do a little bit of a rewind just to that part right there, because we know it's addictive and we know it's hard for us to stop, but maybe mentally, if we hear some of this stuff, it'll help us cut down on our sugar intake.
Good for the brain, but only up to a certain amount. Sugar is the fuel for the brain, right? But when you have too much of it, it causes inflammation in the brain, it interrupts immune function, it interrupts blood vessels, it increases dopamine, which causes more addiction. And you mentioned the MAHA movement. This is exactly what we're afraid of. So we're seeing this literally. I mean, you see sugar everywhere. You don't even know where you're getting it. You're getting it in ultra-processed foods, high fructose corn syrup, in all of these baked goods. This is a real wake-up call that the less sugar, the better.
Yeah, I think we can all use that advice for sure. Now, something else that I think parents are always trying to figure out is how, when we put our kids in bed, are they going to stay asleep? And it turns out maybe we've been misled because there are hidden caffeine.
Got to ask you guys a question over here. In your refrigerator right now, I got a question. There you go. Thank you for doing it. 55 Coffee House. You see how we get down over here, right? Be careful because the inflammation is really bad, you guys. The arteries getting inflamed. Also the carotid arteries and things like that. We can control it. I'm very confident I think we can. Let's go. I got a question now. Let's go. I got a question for you guys. Ready? Let me ask you, how many of you guys drink Coca-Cola? How many of you guys have Coca-Cola, Sprite, or any type of soda that you like? Let me know what kind of soda you guys like. Let me know and tell the truth because we need to get it out. And if you don't, do your children drink soda like Coca-Cola and like, let's say Mountain Dew, let's say Sprite, not Sprite, but like Sun-Kissed and things like that? Does any of the children that you guys have drink anything like that? Because we gotta be real about this. Doritos, I'm glad you said that. Thank you, because it's in there too. Just bought a 6-pack of Coke. Okay, I kicked soda in my 20s. I don't drink soda. Okay, cool. Lemon seltzer water. What about the kids? Dr. Pepper, Mountain Dew. Okay, no, Mountain Dew is serious poison. Sprite is the bomb. I want to know what you guys drink. And does anybody still drink Coca-Cola? Because you cannot resist a hamburger with French fries and a large Coke at McDonald's. Come on now, stop it. Stop it. How many people ever went to McDonald's, hamburger or Big Mac, French fries, and a large Coke? Let's get into it. Let's tell the truth now. Come on. We're telling the truth. And if somebody doesn't drink it, I understand and I believe you. Outside of the house, they drink soda. Okay, when they go outside, 7-Up. Feeling 7-Up, I'm feeling 7-Up. Remember that old commercial? Let's get into it, you guys. You ready? Let's get into it. You know why I ask you that? Because if you would, now, same people right here, right now. If your kid ran in the kitchen in the morning and you're sitting there, and you're drinking, you're having your breakfast, friend, or you're having like, whatever you're having your breakfast, but you got your coffee there. And the kid's like, I want some coffee. Would you let him get it? Everybody that would let their kid get a little sip of that coffee, let me give them a thumbs up. My granddad did it before. If you let the kid get some of that coffee, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you ever, not saying if you ever did, but if you're okay with your kid drinking coffee, go ahead and give me that thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up if you're okay with your kid, 5, 7 years old, 3 years old, 8 years old. If you're okay with them drinking coffee, give me a thumbs up. Okay, we got one person, VG5P, said it's okay. Okay, but we got some other people that are saying no, no kids. So why you give them Coca-Cola? Because it's got caffeine in it. That's the reason I'm telling you this. Gotcha. Let's go.
Caffeine culprits. There's a new CDC study that finds nearly 2/3 of kids are unknowingly getting caffeine through their diet, and that is keeping them up at night. And doctor, we don't like to hear that as parents.
So why are they staying up at night? Because of the soda, carbonated sodas and things like that, especially that Coca-Cola. Come on, let's get it. Caffeine. So if you wouldn't give them coffee, why are you giving them Coca-Cola?
Parents.
Well, you're not supposed to have any caffeine up to the age of 12, according to the American Academy of Pediatrics, because of sleep, because of the development of your heart and your brain, because kids need that sleep to do growth hormone, to do the other things the brain is supposed to do while you're asleep.
Now, we got to pay attention because a lot of us have been following this exact area that he's talking about. Even though the words don't go exactly what he's saying, we got to understand that, hey, a lot of the stuff that we've been learning over the last couple of months do identify what he's talking about. Growth hormones, proper sleep, making sure you get deep sleep for repair, right? Let's go. And it's very important for children because they're still growing.
A lot of growth occurs, a lot of restorative function occurs. But the CDC determined that 2/3 of all kids up to the age of 19 are getting 19 to 20 milligrams a day. And where are they getting it? Well, that's, by the way, about as much as 2/3 of a can of Coke. Where are little kids getting it when the American Academy of Pediatrics is saying 0? Again, ultra-processed foods.
Ultra-processed is what we've been talking about for the last month, you guys, right or wrong. We in it now. Let's pay attention.
It's in those baked goods. It's in those brownies. It's in almost everything kids are eating. It's not, even if we say no soda, no cans of soda, you're not having that. You're definitely not having coffee. No matter what we do, it's seeping in through the sides. And that's where all the reform has to occur.
I didn't even know that the flavored milk, doctor, has caffeine in it apparently. So I think the lesson here is, as we've heard from our HHS Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., eat whole foods. That is the way to do the best for yourself and for your family. Dr. Mark Siegel, thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you. Thank you, Larry. Good to see you.
Okay, you guys. I hope we got a lot of information out of that. We need to really be paying attention, especially if you have children. I want you guys to really look at those labels. Make sure that caffeine is not in there, because if you're wondering why he or she won't go to sleep at night, that's probably why. And don't say it's okay for them to stay up late. Stop that. Stop that. Oh, they not bothering nobody. It's summertime. Blah, blah, blah. Now it's going to be hard to get them back to their other schedule. It's going to get them hard. It's going to be even harder to get them to wake up in the morning when it's time to go back to school. Oh, but it's summertime. Yeah, but still a respectable amount of time. 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't see any excuse for it. That's why I'll be, man, listen, 8 o'clock, bye. Because I need to get my time. That's right. 9 o'clock, that's it. Go to sleep. That's right. And let them be up early, because that's where they're supposed to be up early. That's right. Let's keep on moving forward. My mother didn't play all of that, staying up late and all of that. What? What you staying up late for? For what? Ain't nothing for you to watch out here. I want to get my time in. I've been dealing with y'all all day. Exactly. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because we got to talk about something that everybody like. And I'm going to hold my hand up first. Anybody like fried foods? Me. Anybody used to tear up some fried chicken? Me. Anybody like fried rice? Me. Anybody? Oh my God. Come on now, you guys. I like fried rice. I used to like fried chicken. Oh my God. Popeyes, crispy chicken, the crispy chicken sandwich. I used to like the Wendy's, the Wendy's chicken, or the Wendy's classic baked chicken, classic sandwich. When they had that big old breast sitting in there. Oh my God, you guys, stop playing with me. I'm black, and yes, I like fried foods, and I don't care what you call me. It could be fish, it can be chicken. Oh my God. And don't let it be that spot on 145th Street down those steps over there where you get that whiting sandwich with them big old pieces of whiting. Oh man, they fried it up real good over there. They used to call it Lori's. Oh man, they call it Famous. Yeah, man, Famous fried. I'm talking about that used to be some delicious fish. I'm talking about some of the most, oh, forget about it. Yeah, you guys. So if you like fried foods, let me just tell you something about those fried foods. They don't, I mean, this is what's not good about them, because they actually clog the arteries, but not overnight. It takes frequent consumption and gradually contributes to the plaque buildup over many years. This is what I'm talking about, and what you heard about earlier about the arteries being clogged and things of that nature. How would you like to know how it happens? Would you like to see it right now? You know, Boogotti, I still want to have my fried foods, because if I'm ignorant about it, I won't. No, we don't play that around here. We got to put y'all up on some game. It's time to do it, you guys. What fried foods actually does inside your arteries? Not only are we going to talk to you about it, we're going to show you a graphic the way that we've been doing all along. So you see your boy got a piece of that Popeyes in his hand up there, right? Whatever your favorite chicken or fried food is, let's just imagine it's that. And let's get into it, you guys. Let's see what these fried foods do to our body. And I'm not beating anybody up over here at all. I want us to get the knowledge. Let's go.
You eat fried food, but do you know what it does inside your arteries? The moment fried food is digested, its fats break down into fatty acids and enter your bloodstream. And the type of fat used in frying determines almost everything that happens next. Most fried food is cooked in oils that are heated repeatedly at high temperatures. And
this is what everybody's been warning us about. The oils that have been treated at high temperatures, because it makes it almost damn near poisonous. Let's go.
this repeated heating creates harmful compounds, including trans fats, even in oils that started out relatively healthy. Trans fats are considered one of the most damaging fats for your cardiovascular system. They directly raise your LDL, the harmful cholesterol that builds up inside artery walls.
Didn't we talk about this yesterday, about the smooth artery walls when we're having the right things like the olive oil, and we're talking about eating salmon and things like that, the way that we flowed the other day? So now we're showing you the other way when you're using these oils. I'm talking about corn oil. I'm talking about all of this stuff, that yellow crap that Bobby warned us about, Bobby Parrish. Yeah, that's what we're talking about here. And of course, it's going to be a lot of fried foods, not just over one course.
At the same time, trans fats lower your HDL, the protective cholesterol whose job is to clear excess cholesterol out of your bloodstream. Fried food attacks both sides of the balance at once. Once that excess LDL is circulating, it does not stay harmlessly in your blood. It can slip into the inner lining of your artery walls.
And if you notice, while it's in the artery walls, now it's creating a buildup, which creates a blockage. That's that inflammation building up. That's what's happening here.
Especially where that lining has been irritated or damaged. Once inside the wall, LDL becomes oxidized, and your immune system reacts, sending in cells that try to clean it up, but instead often become trapped there themselves.
Because it can't escape. It did its job, but that can't escape.
Over time, this trapped material builds into plaque, a fatty deposit that thickens and narrows your artery.
Now, we've learned here that the human body can operate with a lot of plaque buildup. But if that's the artery that's necessary for breathing, that's necessary for like somewhere inside of the heart or something like that, that can be a very serious situation right there because of all of this plaque buildup.
Slowly restricting the space blood can flow through. Fried food also directly promotes inflammation throughout your blood vessels. Chronic low-grade inflammation is now understood to be a major driver of sclerosis.
I want you to notice the flow, because we've learned that the body can flow and keep moving, but those walls are going to keep on being built up like that. Now, as the body adapts and tries to do things, that's why you hear about arteries clogging. Somebody might get an attack because once it can't close anymore, open up the right way, now you got a problem with wherever that leads to, and we don't want that. We want a good flow. We want circulation. So we're going to keep down on the fried foods. Let's go. What's in these oils?
The hardening and narrowing of arteries. Regularly eating fried food is also strongly linked to weight gain. since it packs a large number of calories into a small amount of food, making it easy to overeat without realizing it.
Eat 4 or 5 chicken legs, don't even notice it because they're good and they fried, but the calories are still there and it's going all to the wrong places because it's being carried.
Excess weight, particularly around the abdomen, further raises inflammation and blood pressure, adding even more pressure onto arteries already dealing with rising cholesterol. Large population studies have found that people who eat fried food frequently have a measurably higher risk of heart disease and stroke compared to those who eat it rarely.
Black folk, Italians that like sauces and all of that stuff, and a lot of stuff that we're not supposed to be eating, Hispanic people. Also, we got to look at our diets, what we can afford. The sad part about it is a lot of people are forced into eating things that we can eat, that we can afford, not even more considerate of what's in those foods, because the good food is much more expensive now. So we have no other choice but to eat whatever we can. Ramen noodles just to fill us up, just to take up the space. But what are we really getting out of that?
The frequency matters enormously here. Research consistently shows the risk rises with how often fried food is eaten, not from having it occasionally. The type of oil also changes the risk. Oils that are reused repeatedly, common in many fast food settings, accumulate far more harmful compounds than oil used fresh a single time. Certain cooking methods make a real difference too. Air frying or baking with a small amount of healthy oil dramatically reduces the trans fat and harmful compound formation compared to deep frying. Choosing healthier fats when you do fry, like olive oil, and avoiding the same oil being reused multiple times meaningfully lowers the damage compared to typical fast food frying.
So back in the day, if your grandmother used to have the little pot on the stove or the little on the side where they used to keep their oil and use it more than one time because it's got seasoning in it or flavor or whatever like that, that wasn't actually a good thing. But we didn't know it back then. My grandmother used to always keep a little tin of her oil almost right in the middle of the stove, to tell you the truth, you guys, to be honest with you. And I have to look at things like that, and you have to reflect, because that's the only way that we're going to get better as adults. We got to get better as adults and as people. We got to get better as educating each other and start calling things out, especially when it's right in our peripheral, when we see things. I didn't even notice that that was that, but my mom used to have a little thing where she used to pour the extra oil in and use it again. But they didn't even know. And do you remember how a lot of our elders, like from the South and different places that use that oil over, a lot of them lost their lives because of heart attacks, diabetes, bad diet. That's why I want us to learn this stuff, because I know we're very intelligent people, and the more we learn, we're going to start living like that. We have no choice but to get better. Let's keep on going.
None of this means one meal will harm your arteries. The damage comes from years of frequent exposure, plaque building slowly and silently, often without a single symptom until it is advanced. Follow body protocols. Fried food is not poison in a single bite, but a habit. And your arteries remember every single one of those habits for decades.
I'm thinking like once a week now. How about that, you guys? Once a week. And then we actually do some cool regimen. How about like a cool regimen where it's like we actually map out our foods, where it's like, I know it's probably something added. They're going to think, oh, you're going through a phase or whatever like that right now. But no, we're actually not going through a phase, because once we write it down and once we start doing it, just making sure I'm okay over here. Once we write it down and once we start doing it, we'll be better as people. Get yourself a dry eraser board, put it somewhere in the kitchen, make sure it's on the refrigerator, and just try to make sure that you balance your meals. Let's say if you only have fried foods one time a week, that's 4 times a month. Maybe that'd be better. And if you're doing it even less than that, fantastic. But all I'm trying to say is knowing is half the battle. Remember that commercial, you guys? Knowing this stuff is half the battle. And you guys, we always put every single thing that we put in our health and wellness section right inside of the Discord. And if you're a member of the Our Bottom Line Discord, you'll have a chance to go right there and check it out. No cup of noodles at all. Do not put that stuff inside your body. You guys, if you want to spend a little bit more money, yes, Jack, Kerrygold, go for it, depending on what it is. Not the unsalted, because it has other things that we don't want. Actually, the better one is the one that's salted. Look at them every time you go shopping. Pay attention to all of those labels. What else you guys got for me? Because you're dropping bombs right now, and I love it. My people is from the Carolinas and Kentucky, Southern Illinois country, cooking and soul food. So you know what I'm talking about. You're talking about good old-fashioned soul food. Everything is for free, as good as it can be. Come and get some. Yeah, but that soul food, you see what it did to grandma, right? Anybody notice that? Anybody notice what happened to grandma and how she got up out of here? The same way with the diabetes. Same thing happened to my mama. My mama was Big Mama too, and we loved her. Swear to God we did. Job, knowing is half the battle. My fried food is eggplant and evu. I love eggplant. Good one, Audrey. And again, thanks for the 5 on it. I'm gonna go buy me an eggplant with that $5. I appreciate you. That's right. What else you got? Come on, you guys, y'all dropping bombs, and I love the truth because now we kicking it. Me not being able to eat onions makes me able to not eat a lot of stuff. Everything has onions and powder and onion powder. You're right about that. The same way I didn't know a lot of peanut oil was in a lot of stuff in peanuts. Grandma got cankles and heart problems. You see what I'm talking about? You guys, I got in front of it. When the doctor told me, I was the funnel. My mom, he said, I had to go to the doctor one time. I'll tell you the truth what happened. I had to go to the doctor one time for my mom. And she was sick, and all of a sudden, the things just kept on happening. He said to her, Miss, all you got to do is walk up the flight of steps and come back down, and you should be able to get in a little regimen to work out. She refused to do it. You guys, it just kept on getting worse and worse and worse. And yeah, you can't just use machines and pills because they'll have you on 21 different pills. And one pill is for another pill for the gas that pill is giving you, messing up with that over there. And next thing you walking around like a zombie. And the sad part about it is if you're on anything when it has to do with, when you have like renal failure, that's really bad because then you got to go get that dialysis. And dialysis is a very sad thing to see. There's kids on that thing. That's something that you don't want to see. A lot of the elderly people, they don't even want to eat. They say, why should I eat? By the time I get the dialysis, all of the nutrients and everything going to be out of my blood. They get to eat at night, but not in the daytime. It's a whole different life, you guys. So let's not even go there. We're trying to get in front of it and take care of ourselves so that we don't wind up going there. Then you wind up asking me, yo, Boogotti, why you work out so much? Why you such on this health kick? I done lost my uncle, my other uncle Richard. I lost my uncle Ernest. I lost my mom. Even my grandmother had partial diabetes. So I'm like, yo, it's skipping me. I'm gonna make sure it do. Yeah, let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. You know, we don't get up out of here without showing love, and we gotta show love the right way because it's my favorite word. Love. So many people use your name in vain, but there's a chance I don't know how. That's right, you guys. And when you share love with somebody else, and we share love with an animal or whatever it is, and you concentrate it, you can see the results. You've seen many sick animals, sick people. Next thing you know, you see a Shaolin guy get beat up by the whole squad. He goes outside of somebody's door and they take care of him. That's that love, you guys, because you have the power to do that. You may not be the richest person in the world, but the powers that we do have are priceless. The power to love is priceless. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, and that's why I love stories like this, where abandoned puppy looks unrecognizable after just a couple of weeks of being adopted. That's what I'm talking about, you guys. You've seen it happen many times. Yeah, it's a rough-looking story. I almost didn't show it to you guys because where the scar was, but I said, know what? We're going to just push through. Let's see what's going on with this, you guys. We got a little puppy right here that they found abandoned, and it looks unrecognizable. And just weeks later, check it out. Check this out, you guys. Let's get into it.
Poor puppy was abandoned in the middle of nowhere in Bali.
MOP.
Local rescuer Mayang heard about her through some locals, and she knew immediately that she had to go rescue her.
Because you know nobody else going to want to take care of her, especially with what's going on with her head, right?
She had this terrible gash on her forehead. The vet told Mayang that she was not in the best condition, so unfortunately it would take some time for her to heal. So she took her home to the rescue where she works at. There, Lumi was able to recover slowly, day by day, with the help of Mayang. And
don't care what this lady looked like. I don't care what anybody want to say. I want to thank this lady for showing her wings. Yeah, this is an angel right here, taking care of this baby. She didn't have to do this.
everyone at the rescue.
For us to not you here and you here also.
Lumi fit right in at Street Paws and got really comfortable in her surroundings.
Lumi.
She started looking better every day and her health really improved drastically. A few months later, Lumi looked like a completely different dog and she was finally starting to get bigger.
Lumi, I'm so happy to have you.
Now it's time for Lumi to find her forever home. She is up for adoption in Bali and just waiting for the perfect people.
I love it. That's what I'm talking about. I said, you know what, Boogotti, we're going to watch it together. I know they're going to go through a lot, but love is so powerful, you guys. If they would have left her like that, it would have been bad. But you see what happened when you invest love in somebody? Didn't really have to do with too much money, right? That's why I say it's priceless. And I see it happen so many times. So when I tell you guys, we donate over here, we try our best. For right now, we've been trying to just stay afloat ourselves, to be honest with you, because of the crap that's going on, and we're just going to deal with it. We're going to just fight through it. But yes, we are a foster donation channel. We also go and we help out wherever it's possible. Lynn and Nova, people like that. Also, anytime you see a dog in the street, try your best to do what you can. And when you see somebody trying to foster a dog, let's say you can't foster a dog or you can't have a cat. How about try to give them 10 or $5 to go towards what they're doing? I don't like to see those kennels out there crying and all of that stuff. I actually email them and tell them to stop doing that. I think they'll do better with showing the animals and just letting people see what's going on with them. Let's not try to get through people's hearts and hurt people. Let's just let real people see what's going on. That's why I'm going to keep on pushing until I get my own rescue, you guys. I told you, I might be here just for that, but I'll be fine with it. I would love to just have a nice little rescue, nice little crib, nice little place to grow some stuff. And I'm not talking about that stuff. I'm talking about vegetables so that we can be self-sufficient. And leave it for the next crew of people, because we ain't going to be here forever. Let's try to get some self-sufficient situations going on. I think that'd be fantastic. And you guys know what we're looking at right now. This is Our Bottom Line, the #1 show on YouTube. And what am I about to say right now? You're trying to promote a business. You're trying to get out there, trying to get yourself in front of more people. Well, guess what? You can do it right here, because we're almost close to 74,000 subscribers. And this is going to be your last chance. That's right, to send a Cash App to BOOGOTTINYC. That's BOOGOTTINYC at Cash App. That's right. Or you can send it here. And guess what? It's just going to be your last chance to get the keychains. That's 6 keychains coming out. I don't know what the numbers are looking like, but I'm still offering it. And if you can't get them today, I'll be right back tomorrow with the same offer. 6 Our Bottom Line keychains and 6 of the Our Bottom Line decals. 12 pieces in all, you guys. All you got to do is send me an email, bridgethisllc@gmail.com, and we're going to get it rolling. Let's do it, you guys. Let's go. We're working it out, and this is the week. This is the week for the Show Your Talent Search. We're going to be emailing you guys and letting you know where we're going to be at. That's right. We're finalizing on the distribution, and we got about another week before we get all of that taken care of, because we're going to be bringing you the Show Your Talent Search. That's the talent search that we're going to be doing in Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and in Staten Island. Also, one person will be able to go live off here and be a part of the show too. And guess what? If you win, boom, that's $250. That's right. Not coming from me. It's coming from these big drip guys. And after we get all 5 people together, especially that other person that's going to be chiming in as well, all 6 of you will be able to compete for the grand prize of $1,000. That's right, you guys. The Show Your Talent Search, sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch, and we're doing that in restaurants, different liquor stores, and many different locations. With my DJ, can't pull up without the music, DJ Don Dada, as well as your boy Boogotti NYC. I met Casey there last year. Saw Mark Dorfman pull up in Staten Island. Who else gonna pull up on one of these boroughs? Maybe Joe BX. I'll see you up by Throg's Neck. Maybe that store. Maybe we can go hang out over at the Staten Island store, one of you guys out there, because we're gonna be at Time to Wine as well. We got a couple of locations that we're going to be bringing you guys from, and we can't wait because you'll be able to meet me in real life. That's right. If anybody's in the state of New York and you want to hang out, come on through because we're going to be doing it. And we're going to also be bringing it to other states as well because we got the distribution now. That's right, you guys. And you know we don't get out of here without saying those prayers because tomorrow is actually my favorite day of the week. I love Monday. Why? Because they got to pick up the phone. Pick up the phone. And when you got a company like mine, you plant seeds all week. You like to be able to make those calls and get people to follow up. So whatever you guys do, whatever you like to do, I got nothing but love for you. But we're going to be right back here tomorrow at 6 o'clock to do it all over again. But we can't get out of here without saying those prayers. Because how do we say it, you guys? The same way that we came in is the same way that we're leaving. And we got to make sure that we get everybody covered. I'd like to pray for every single person that's here. I don't care about no numbers or no bull crap that's going on. I'm happy to see all of the gloves, all of the real members chiming in because you wanted to see your family. You wanted to come here and hang out with us and be a part of our show, Our Bottom Line. I want to pray for everybody's health. I want to thank you guys and pray for your happiness. I want to pray for your families and even those animals out there. That's right. We want to pray for health. We want to pray for respect. We want to pray for safety. If you guys go out there, I want to make sure that you make it home 100% safe. Pray for the kids as well as the animals. And you know we can't stop without praying for love. We want to get those prayers in the air for Miss Swanson. Also, Guy and Elsa, VG, 5P, Jelena. Can't forget about Ad Rains, Colessive, Robin Murray. And who else we got in here? My brother, Brian King Falcone. Chris Smith. There you go, Faye. How you doing, Colessive? Praying for you too. Got to make sure that we get those prayers in for Beyond Ether, G-Man, Guy and Elsa, Colessive. And we can't forget about Jelena Talborn. Can't forget about Rebecca Lanyen Bueno chiming in from Grand Rapids, Michigan. I love saying that, and I love when she's here, and I hope you're feeling great, Rebecca, too. And who else is in here? Tony Wright, got to get you in those prayers, right? Can't forget about Deborah. Can't forget about who else we got to get. Ad Rains, always hit you up in the DM. Expect to get hit in Instagram in about 10 minutes, Ad Rains, because you're on the top of the list on my A's over there. So you always get the exclusives. Who else we got over here that we got to show love to? Robin, can't forget about Robin. And you guys do know we have an Instagram. We want to show massive prayers and love to 55 Coffee House Lisa Roy for constantly staying here and constantly holding us down. And you're going to do a whole good job today. You know why? You're going to do a good job this week in Houston. You know why? Because you got a good product and you're a good person and we love you and the family's behind you. So we're praying that you get to Houston and back healthy and that you guys let them know how it is when you get out there and show them the business. And get them that good coffee out there, Lisa. Let them know what's up. We love you. There you go, Miriam. Can't forget about you, Beyond Ether. Can't forget about you, Sweet RV Adventures. Straight up and down, I missed you. No BS, I missed you. I just want to let you know that when you're not around, I miss you. Also, you, G-Man, too. Jelena Talborn, thank you for coming and thank you for staying. And thank you for being a real good focal point of our show now. Good member. Really appreciate you guys. Robin, I told you I really want to show you massive love. And we can't forget about Rochelle. And let's get into the regulars. Let's get Liberty and Justice. Can't forget Casey Ramos. We want to make sure Sam Champion get those that love too. Winter Rising, Colessive, Miss Johnson, Miss Jackson as well. And we cannot forget about Teddy. Let's get those that love in the air for. Come on now. Kendra Walker, think I ain't see you in the building today. Love you and I thank you for showing up and I appreciate you so much. And we can't forget about your boy BOOGOTTINYC. I had my eyes closed and did that. Didn't even have to see it, Kendra. Jesse, got you too. Brad Pitbull, Kendra Walker, Deborah, Jelena, Colessive, 55, Colessive, and guess what? BOOGOTTINYC. Amen. Try to get as many people in there to get us all covered. You know, that's how we do it. Because you know what we're going to do? It's time for me to go look for some trending topics, current events, and more information for the health and wellness section. Hoping you guys appreciate the show because we put a lot of work in to stack those videos and bring you guys what you want. We got a couple of other episodes that we're about to start premiering. We're going to get out in those streets. I just want to do it anyway. They think it's a game. Well, let me show them content. They don't think that we can do it. Watch this. We're going to turn up. We'll get the numbers back, but it won't be on this show because they ain't going to do it here. But we're going to start doing some things that you're really going to appreciate. Interviews, in-depth information, and we're going to church too. We're going to go to church and we're going to go volunteer. Let's go to the ASPCA and let's walk some dogs. Let's see what we can do with that to really practice what we preach. That's right, Boogotti going to the ASPCA. Let's see if we can help out and volunteer to walk some of those dogs and practice what we preach. Can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. Y'all know how we do it. Y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me today on Purple Sunday, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, 6 o'clock, get 'em. Peace. See you guys in the morning. Blue Monday. Get 'em.